We're back. We're back. We're back. We have a cut in the live streaming. I don't know what happened exactly, but we're not gonna miss on what's left today. So I started the new live streaming. There's 30 minutes for the countdown we did. Let me check it out. It's 1950. There's 11 minutes to go. Yeah, the countdown was right. Let me just check that this is working well. What an incredible first ever Indian Grand Prix here in MotoGP. This is the starting grid. Let me move that around. This is the starting grid. We're gonna go for Moto3 qualifying practice now. Wow, look at the spot terrain. What is going through the minds of the very best riders in the world? There's been some late drama pre-race here in Mercedes. It's full throttle. We're on the way here in Japan. This is like a game of French Cassie. And now what can I do is this. This could be a Honda home podium for Marquez. Took a gripping piece of Marquez then into the podium places here. Marquez up to third. Has come out due to the deteriorating weather conditions. Result declared here in Mercedes. You won the Japanese Grand Prix. Welcome to the Pertamina Grand Prix of Indonesia. Hey, they are connecting back.
MotoGP head stateside for round 3, and we're already witnessing a spellbinding Super Saturday at the Circuit of the Americas. A dramatic Q2 saw crashes for key contenders and stunning performances elsewhere to set up a mouth-watering front row with a 10-lap sprint shootout coming up later on. With Moto2 and Moto3 qualifying to come, sit comfortably, because this will be special. This is MotoGP. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Austin, Texas, the live music capital of the world. Well, today, it's the motorsport capital of the world, because what a woman we've already had here in Austin, Texas. The Circuit of the Americas has already seen some special action. MotoGP qualifying session that will live long in the memory, setting up a thrilling teaser sprint later on. We now decide the grid of Moto3 for their third round of the World Championship. Coming up in qualifying 1, Adrian Fernandez for Leopard on his teammate. And Sam Darris having a strong weekend so far. Yusa Yamanaka looking to bounce back from the crashes in each of those 2 Grand Prix. Daniel Manta back from injury this weekend. Joel Esteban for the Moto Asphalt squad. Nicola Carraro, Luca Danetta, Riccardo Rossi, arguably the most surprising name on our Q1. But it's Jacob Woolston, also a slight surprise. That's his first Q1 appearance so far. Josh Watley involved.
Hi, Mr. Leaks. How are you doing? No. Now it's qualifying practice for Moto3 and Moto2. The sprint is going to be at 10 o'clock. So it's more than 2 hours. 2 hours and a quarter to go for the sprint. Now it's QP for Q1 for Moto2, for Moto3, Q2, and then Q1 for Moto2, Q2, and then the sprint. So welcome, and I don't know why we lost the stream, and we start again. We start again another stream, because I'm not gonna miss anything of that. So we are waiting for the qualifying practice. You're in Asia. What time is for you? I don't know. I don't know what time is for you. Now in America is the local time should be around 1 in the morning. I mean 1 in the middle day. And for me it's late evening. Like for me it's 8 20 20:00. Okay, thank you, Mr. Leaks. Greetings, and let's enjoy what's coming next. We have a couple of hours of full enjoyment on the best and more thrilling sport in motorsport. It's around, yeah, you're closer to the time of America that I am.
Surprising to see Fernandez in Q1.
So you know that my money goes all into David Alonso. I think David Alonso is the new great superhero. And this is a very difficult category because it becomes very complicated be fighting with so big groups, big groups like 10, 12 people like fighting.
Welcome back, David Almanza to Moto3. Crashed in practice one in Qatar on the opening night of the season. 3 fractures to his left hand, an injury so serious that we weren't expecting to see him again until correct. He returned to Europe in a couple of weeks' time, but back ahead of schedule, actually doing a pretty solid job so far this weekend. He was actually he was potentially going to automatically to qualify to missed out in the end in practice this morning by just a tenth of a second in the end. Almanza 17th at the end of qualifying practice, so he will go through qualifying one in the section. There he is on the Prix so tricky livery, but he recalls the last one, so they pushing out Drake so the very best after the
Faràs un cafè o què vols?
It's been a fast pace in Moto3 so far. The lap record absolutely smashed earlier on today. On top of the CIP green power riders, no, definitely left. It was 20 minutes practice, but it's surprised to see Ricardo Rossi involved in
Ah, tu vols un cafè?
So far, let's get some pre-qualifying thoughts from Nancy Manager Alan Ronek with Jack.
It is indeed. Good afternoon to everybody. And you're right in what you say, Lewis. After a great start to the season, Alan, for Ricardo, fourth in Qatar, things have been a little bit more challenging this weekend. Just talk us through what's been happening.
We make a good start from the season, from the beginning of the season, but after Portimao crash now, we try to recover a little confidence from Ricardo, and yesterday it's a little difficult, it's very bumpy, and he have a little pain in his hand, but this morning coming very good, and we have just 1.3 seconds, but miss some good laps yesterday, but now we are in Q1, but looks like good. Ricardo is strong, and with medium tire we have some good improvement. This is very good, and we will see now because Q1 is so difficult and Q2. But anyway, we try to do a very good race.
Pace was so fast this morning. We improved it by well over a second. You think we'll see something similar this afternoon? I must say, it's pretty cloudy, so it's quite cold with the wind, hasn't it? So,
yeah, this morning we have no wind. Now we have a little wind, and maybe we can have some little trouble, and maybe and after we will see.
Alan, good luck.
What happened?
Cheers, Jack, and cheers to Alan. Wasn't expecting to see Ricardo Rossi in Q1. Alan mentioned that it can be a difficult section to get out of once you're in it. The top 4 places do progress into Q2. We do expect Ricardo Rossi to be fighting for one of those positions. The riders just battle it out for track position for getting onto their first flying laps. Of course, everyone trying to get a toe in this Q1 session to throw them down the 1.2 kilometre long straight. Turn 11 down to turn 12, 2 heavy braking turns, of course, Slipstream City.
12 minutes to go for these Moto3 Q1.
Is on his way. As you said, there's a lightning intended to be up there fighting, and he's just parked his Leopard on right behind Ricardo Rossi. So the first laps will be coming in around about 2 minutes' time for the Moto3 riders. Safely negotiating turn 1 and the plunge down to turn 2. Interesting to raise about the conditions. Similar to this morning, the sun is trying to peep out of the window as Ricardo Rossi messes up the first sector. Has to run onto that black won't be counted. Of course, for Ricardo Rossi allows Sam Darris to come through. An overcast afternoon-ish and saw Petty yesterday. Much cooler conditions, so that's much better for the riders trying to attack these at times. And we did hear from Scorpion yesterday about how hot it is out there. It's hot in the paddock, of course, walking about in the late 20s. It's completely different when you're on the roadside. particularly feel it when the sun is out rather than the many clouds that are keeping it relatively hidden this afternoon. As mentioned, Prix heading down to check the pace. Has been very hot so far, particularly this morning. The all-time record here, which had been held by our net for 7 years before we arrived in this weekend, finally went this morning to David Alonso at 2:14.153. A real statement of intent from the Qatar Grand Prix winner, who lost the World Championship lead in Portimao a couple of weeks ago. Alonso 14th this morning, 2:14.153. Going to make those now laptops in this session for obvious reasons. This is the back half of the grid, but does give us a chance to welcome for the first time Xavi Zuritusa for the first time. Grand Prix debut for him. Reason racing now is he turned 18 on the 7th of April and did not meet any of the criteria to dodge the age gap like the likes of Joel Esteban and Angel Keras have been able to, and of course David Alonso himself in previous years as a Red Bull British champion of the past. But Zuritusa adjusted to life as a Grand Prix rider. I have to say earlier, of course, having been in Portimao a couple of weeks ago, a circuit that's very familiar to junior GP and Red Bull rookies riders. There couldn't have been more of a difficult baptism for Xavi Zuritusa to make his debut in a circuit such as this.
Yeah, before we go on, Jack, down to you about the weather of the day, mate.
Yeah, I mentioned the wind really well and right there. It's definitely worth pointing out this morning it was so still, no wind whatsoever, but now there is a pretty strong headwind down the south. That is going to impact the guys then as we start to try and have to take up from left to right. So it's pretty 4 and 5. The wind blowing underneath them in particular to another area of note as well where the front end is just going to world.
Oh.
Crosswind through turn 20, whether that had any bearing on that crash for David Almanza, I'm not sure. David Almanza understandably favouring that left hand, the hand that he just broken in Qatar a month ago, and we hope that Almanza hasn't winged himself. That was a nasty, very unusual crash. He got sort of tangled up in the bike on the way out of turn 20, and it's no good time to have a crash. He's just recovered from big fractures in his left hand. Almanza looks like the best way to return to like a Grand Prix paddock.
Yeah, that's a nasty one. But Almanza hopefully he's just a little bit winded potentially, and not done some more damage to that. Yeah, that happened the fracture over in Qatar. Not the way you would have wanted to start Q1, Almanza. Hopefully you can potentially get back out in this session, and if not, then you'll have to start the back of the grid for the race tomorrow. But to continue the conversation on Zuritusa, Lewis, yeah, he said yesterday he was absolutely buzzing to make his debut, of course, in the World Championship. And he said it's absolutely spectacular to do it on a circuit such as the circuit of the Americas, because it is completely different to anything he's raced on before. Over in the Junior GP paddock, of course, they race in Spain and Portugal and over in Misano as well. Spectacular tracks, but the big circuit of the Americas.
No, yeah. Pero ya, claro.
Yesterday, well, two, of course, but he'll just be looking to gain some experience on a tough track through Q1. That'll be a very, very job well done.
No sign of tactical mastery so far in this session. A big crash yesterday afternoon in practice. For an update on the tyre riding motivation coming up here.
Yeah, huge crash. High sidings on the exit of turn 3 and came down quite hard on the ribs on the left-hand side of his body. Went to hospital for some checks. The good news is nothing broken, no concern there. This morning went out with an outlap and head straight back down pit lane and continued the rest of the session. And now the bike is parked up and there's down there the tactical side of the box saying that it is weekend over for the young tie rider. He's going to rest up and hopefully be back fighting fit in the left in 2 weeks' time.
Thanks, Jack. A real shame for tactical for Wazri. So we're obviously here for the remainder of the weekend. Seeing plenty of Isa Yamanaka though so far in this session, although we've not seen him put a lap time on the board so far. Here he is out there through his first proper attempt at a place in the top of the moment. It's Adrian Fernandez from the British on 2:15.271. That's 10 of a second slower than he went in practice this morning. Jacob Bull starting second and should shortly eyeing a place in Q2 given the opposition in this session. Joel Esteban currently third from George Formula, although the lap times are very spread out. Of course, we didn't have yellow flags for that crash for Almanza earlier on in the session, and of course, him and his bike being in the middle of the race, that would delay plenty of riders behind him coming out of that final third. And of course, the tallest rider, even if he's one of our least experienced in the Moto3 World Championship. So actually as keen as anyone for a slipstream down this 1.2 kilometre back straight as he tries to free himself in the bubble as best he can. Very difficult given that for a young Aussie who's only 19 years
It's very difficult for me to say who's going through. There's 4 riders going through. There's 4 riders going through. Adrian Fernandez, Jacob Rolston, Joel Esteban, and Luca Luneta. I think Adrian Fernandez and Jack Rolston are clearly going through, and then we will see the others. But I think Adrian Fernandez and Rolston, they have a big margin.
Just under a tenth away from the top 16-7 for Sam Darris in a 2:15.1 in practice this morning. So surely Amanda's got more to leave. A couple more laps potentially remedy the situation. Sixers have that lap time limited for exceeding track limits, so it's not going up anyway for a place in qualifying 2, but it certainly won't even register a good position for it at the moment. So
3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Yamanaka now is quite fast. It's 0-0 in the first sector. He's doing it alone. He goes through the second. Loses another 10th, Yamanaka in the second. So he's almost 2 tenths away from the right time. Let's see what he can do in the third and the fourth. Yamanaka, lap time cancelled due to exceeding track limits. Almanza is jumping up. No? Something happened with Almanza. I think he had a crash. Oh no. Yeah, I think Almanza had a problem. He's not moving. The transponder is not moving. Almanza is number 22. Yamanaka is not gonna be. Almanza is number 22. Something happened with him. Lap time cancelled due 78 due exceeding track limits. Something happened with Almanza. It's not moving and he was coming super fast. So this looks like a crash, probably. Yamanaka runs wide again. Yeah, Yamanaka is gonna have a very difficult race because I don't think he's gonna. Maybe he can improve a bit, but not enough.
So disastrous qualifying session for Yamanaka.
Yeah.
We watched Josh Watley, who's looking to join his teammate Scott Ogden, who went through to qualifying 2 this morning. It was a fiercely competitive finish to practice 2.
This is over. So Adrian Fernandez, Jacob Rowston, Joel Esteban, Luca Luneta go through. All the rest, let's see if Xavi Zurutuza is coming in orange. He's improving. He can improve something, maybe. No, 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 no. But this is his debut Grand Prix for Zurutuza that he just became 18 today with the new regulation. Now it's not as easy as it was when Alberto Puig just took in Pedrosa in the Movistar Cup when he was 14 or 15, I don't know. This is not going to be possible anymore. So the record of Acosta and Marquez are going to be unbeatable in the future. So those records are going to be forever. What happened with Almanza? I didn't see anything in the images.
Trio of rookies joined him in the battle for pole position, and Wilson keeps up his 100% record of reaching into so far.
Rolston, Jacob Rolston.
Esteban in third on a 216.4, and Lanetta someway atoning for the qualifying mishap 2 weeks ago in Portimao, making it through fourth. But it's a huge surprise to see the likes of Rossi and Yamanaka 7th and 10th respectively. We saw Yamanaka's problems. He just did not get clean lapping at any stage. He either exceeded track limits or just made mistakes altogether. But Carlo Rossi's pace is all
Yeah, strange, isn't it? To go from Portimao being so strong and Nicatcher, of course, as well. Albeit, okay, it's a completely different circuit, a completely different challenge to what we've been to before. But if the bike's working well in the first 2 races, you'd sort of expect, okay, if Rossi wasn't challenging for the podium in the front 2 rows, that's fine. But to see him nowhere near really getting into.
Okay, now we go for the qualifying practice 2.
Something not quite right this weekend with Ricardo Rossi. Said the Yamanaka obviously had a disastrous Friday by all accounts, taking out his teammate Ivan Ortola in the first practice. The weekends failed to get out of Q1 6. So yeah, a tough mountain to climb on Sunday for the young Japanese rider.
Not out Disney and then Tino let them aside for that one today at the Moto2 and still finishing the top 3 of that session. Of course, surprises in that Q1 session were for Deputy Xavi Zurutuza, 9th in that Q1 session. He will start his first Grand Prix in Moto3 tomorrow from 23rd of the grid. So Fernandez quickest, joining his Leopard teammate in Q2. Jacob Ralston, Joel Esteban, and Luca Lunetta also moving through to join their respective teammates in Q2 shortly. Josh Watley 5th, missing out by Nicola Carraro 6th from ACI Green Brown KTM from Carlo Rossi. Noah Deckfield, Chevy Zurutuza on his Grand Prix debut 9th. 23rd of the grid tomorrow ahead of Misa Yamanaka. Tactical Wadri and David Almanza did not set time, so Almanza in that big crash in turn 20. Wadri out for the rest of the weekend. Further news of David Almanza will follow on MotoGP's social media channels later on. We should keep back. So the 31 advances passes through Q1. Adrian Fernandez, quickest in Q1. Rulster, Esteban Leoneta join him in the top four. They'll take part in the battle for pole in Moto3, which comes up next. Welcome back then to the circuit of the Americas, where we're set to decide our third Moto3 pole sitter of 2024 as we gaze into the distance at the spectacular skyline of Austin, Texas. Our state capital, the life music capital of the world. He's going to be calling the tune in Moto3 Qualifying very, very shortly. 18 riders will attempt to battle it out for pole position. Two different pole sitters in the first two races. Will we see a third? David Alonso will certainly be hoping so. Still yet to take pole position in his Grand Prix career. He's quickest in practice for John Kelso and Ivan Altola, last year's COTA winner. Danny Morgado was fourth overall in practice for Gavin Munoz. Arguably star of the weekend in Sim. And Calvin Chiara, the reigning GGP and Red Bull Quickest champion. He's been having a stellar weekend so far. Jose Antonio Rueda's through, but he chases back-to-back pole positions here this weekend. Tatsuki Suzuki was through in 8th. Teo Bertelli was 9th. We'll news on him shortly. Tyler Rosato was 10th, but Filippo Farioli, Scott Ogden, Colin Fire, and Stefano Eppa. Completing our 18 riders looking to secure pole position and circuit the Americas. Adrian Fernandez, who was quickest in qualifying one, he was joined in the top four by Jacob Ralston. Of course, Luca Netta also making his way through, and Joel Esteban will be seeing Moto and Sparty. One of those names will be on pole position for our third round of 2024 in the Moto3 class, which always entertains us and amazes us in equal measure. Missing out in qualifying one, Ricardo Rossi. He was 7th in Q1 in his speeding reaction. So check out the art of pit lane.
Yeah, great of Ricky to join us down in pit lane. I'm sure extremely frustrated, given just how strong the start of the season was in Qatar. That session in particular, just talk us through it.
Yeah, it's quite embarrassing actually. We began in Qatar pretty good. After we went to Prix, was a pretty cool weekend, and here we're struggling a lot in the first session. We were improving now until today. Now the session qualifying was really embarrassing for us. This morning they gave us a warning to wait, so today I didn't want to wait, and people was waiting, so I was waiting, and disaster, and it was getting penalty. Shit, embarrassing. Sorry to the team, and we will catch tomorrow in the race.
I know that you always bring your best on Sunday, just in terms of the conditions out there. What are they like now? The wind looks like it's picked up a lot.
Yes, there was a little bit more of wind, but not so much that can cause any problems here.
Ricky, good luck tomorrow. It's a good one.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks to Ricardo Rossi, and a quick apology for the choice of language to express his thoughts there. You can understand, of course, the frustration that he must be feeling, and to his point about the slow ride that was going on in qualifying there. After practice 2 this morning, there were no fewer than 8 riders who received warnings or greater for excessive slow riding in practice. And he was one of them, Matteo Bertelli. Now, he was the only one of the 8 who was on a warning already. He received an official warning already this season, so there was a second offence for Bertelli. He was responsible riding during practice 2, which we're going to see it now. they come through turn 19. Vitelli just comes through the corner now and running off the circuit, but then there are very strict instructions in Moto3 in terms of the percentage they're allowed to be slower than their best sector through each of the splits on the lap. Vitelli was not within the allowed time that he's allowed to drop. Second offence for Vitelli if they handed in one lap penalty for tomorrow's Grand Prix of the Americas, so it doesn't really put it pause for the Rubicon Sniper squad after Alvance's crash and potential re-injury of himself in qualifying one. Vitelli in Q2 already carrying penalty into tomorrow's Grand Prix.
Yes, they never do they, Moto3 riders, unfortunately, but such is the effect that slipstream can have, and when you're desperate to find the time, you're naturally going to want to make your chances as big as possible. Unfortunately, that comes at a cost potentially when you're riding too slowly.
So we're going for the Q2.
Sometimes, but need to find a bullet and try and trust that they've got enough talent in themselves to go for a lap time. But I don't think we're ever going to stop seeing it. Unfortunately, starting seeing it a little bit. But penalties, all I can see is not expect for slow riding in the Moto3 class. Practice and qualifying. But Lewis, I'm looking forward to this one. David Alonso, I think, is the rider to be. He's had a super weekend so far. So that record will be absolutely smashed. Riding in Colombia was pretty much 4 tenths clear of the rest in practice as well. So I think the Prix is
So here we go. Okay, you know that my money goes on David Delgado, always. It always goes. In this category, is my favorite. It is a very long circuit, more than 2 minutes. So they are gonna have 5 laps, 6, not quite, 5 laps. So in 5 laps, they have to give everything. And if they stop to change tire or something, they're gonna lose almost 5 minutes. So then if they get into change, they're gonna have 3 good laps, the maximum, maybe less. Okay, Rueda is improving. A lot of oranges here.
Mentally, how much of a challenge do you think this year might be? Obviously, last year he was winning lots, whereas coming into the World Championship, he's obviously a big step up there. Looks as though the ATMs might just have the edge on the Honda, so he might not be winning as much as what he's been used to in the past. Is that going to be a challenge for a young rider like this?
It's good, and he used to win. I mean, last year he with the CEV, so.
Almost the whole grid is in the 3rd sector. They are all very much together. Rueda is going alone. No, it's Alonso. It's going alone. Now Alonso is alone. Let's see. Rueda got fastest. Rueda is doing it alone. So Rueda looks pretty good from the very get-go. Now Adrián Fernández, Ángel Piquera, Stefano Nepa, Scott Ogden, Taillo Furusato. Now David Alonso goes fastest with a 2 minutes, 14 seconds and 907 thousandths of second. Now Rueda is getting better. Now let's see if Alonso have a lot of traffic. Rueda is one of the contenders, I'm afraid. Well, no, I'm glad that he's one of the contenders because we need a big party in Moto3. Vieger is coming better. Okay, right now the first sector, Alonso is slightly better than Rueda. Let's see the second sector. Let's see Alonso in the second sector because Rueda made a 10.9 and 10.6, 3/10 faster than Rueda in the first two sectors. Let's see how much faster is in the last two sectors. Alonso is a superstar, a superstar. Alonso, all my money on Alonso, by far. No one else. No one else. He's gonna win. He's gonna win the title. This guy is like Marquez, like Acosta. Look, Jacob Rollstone. Yeah, but now Alonso is gonna improve enough. 2/10 better, 2.5 tenths better, and he keeps going. Let's see if Jacob Rollstone can keep up with the pace. Alonso is following Rollstone, not very close. I mean, there's like 2-3 seconds gap. I assume, maybe more. Let me count it on side. Tac, 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 tac. About 5 seconds. About 5 seconds behind Rollstone. Rollstone is not improving anymore. Alonso looks that he's going to box. He will have one more shot. Where is Holgado? Holgado is 5th. My money definitely goes to Alonso. And then for the podium, I think Rueda and Holgado, and maybe some outsiders, because if Alonso can skate, probably will have a lot of fight in the following group. I think Ortola is out of the candidates. Ortola he did only 2 laps. He's in box. Yeah, very ugly face from Ortola. He's having problems. Rueda is not improving. Less than 6 minutes to go. I think Alonso is cruising with the fast lap. It doesn't seem like he's attacking a fast lap, but he's cruising with a pace that no one can match.
Practice one yesterday afternoon, and now more technical problems in this qualifying.
Now Alonso gets in pit, I think.
Calendar, so seeing what be able to anyway. But once again, you've got Otola making life difficult either for himself or having made life difficult for him by his machinery.
Yeah, another disaster on the way for Toto, unfortunately. We did see, though, on Friday that once he got back out on track, he did manage.
Now Rueda is gonna make his last try for the pole. It's far away, for more than 4/10 away, almost half a second. So now they are all going.
Monumental scare down at turn 2. Probably the same season, doesn't get much closer than that to crashing.
Think that with a 2 minutes and 5 or 6 seconds lap, and there's only 4.5 minutes. This is David Alonso. He's going in. I think he'll leave it there. Let's see if there's a final attack from somebody, because I'm not seeing any challenger here so far. Now Tatsuki Suzuki is doing his best first sector, but still super far away. I don't see any challenger for Alonso, really. He's so superior. Now Rueda is gonna try to challenge, because Alonso is not gonna have time to do another lap, I think. If he's not getting out now, he's going out. Okay. Maybe he's gonna be able to do one lap more, Alonso. One more. This is for warming up, and the following lap is gonna be his last lap. Colin Veyer, he did a very good first sector, but Tatsuki Suzuki keeps improving. He can make a big jump. Jose Antonio Rueda now is attacking. Now they go with everything. Okay. Alonso is gonna be able to do one more lap, but by a winkle.
Yeah, I'm not convinced he managed to solve this problem. It's not a terminal issue, but there were 5-6 guys all huddled round the laptop, scrolling through the data. In fact, I can count them now. 7 empty helmets and a side guys, all looking at the laptop.
Juan Antonio Rueda is improving a lot.
As to whether the issue bad enough to sit in the box, or whether we can just make the most of it and see if we can set a lap time. I don't think that bike is 100% for Otola, but with the clock ticking down, he didn't have a choice. Might as well go out there and try.
Yeah, he's got to get on with it. He doesn't have a lap time on the board at all, so he has absolutely nothing to lose by going out there and he's trying.
Look, Rueda. I think Rueda went to box, watched the data, and I think that maybe he found where. Ooh, red in the third. This is super fast for Rueda. Alonso will have one counter attack, but only one lap. Now Veyer, Colin Veyer is going fast. Joel Kelso also. And I don't see much more yet. Let's see, Alonso now is going through. Alonso definitely is his last lap. Now he's about to go through. Rueda fastest. Very fast. More than half a second faster. Let's see if Alonso can fight back. This is a super, but I see very consistent Alonso. Let's see if Alonso can fight back. He's following Rueda. Now it seems closer to Rueda than it was. But there's a guy in between. Stefano Nepa is in between of them. So Alonso is going to find Nepa. Rueda starts the first sector very fast. Alonso a little bit slower, but very fast. So he's going to secure first line. What happened? What happened with Oh, they took the time of Rueda. They demoted him. Like, they cancelled his lap or something. David Alonso pole position. Oh, and now what's happening here? Colin Villiers made the pole, and now Alonso is having his last chance. He's following Rueda, and Rueda is also very fast. But the problem is that Stefano Nepa is in between of them two. I think that Alonso can secure first row. Nepa is going super slow. It's gonna be a problem for Alonso. He's gonna eat Nepa. It's coming much like 2 seconds faster than Nepa. I wish it's not finding him. No. He's not gonna find him. He's gonna go clean through. So let me see. I think it's pole for Alonso, Rueda, but I think Alonso now he's gonna improve. Alonso pole or second? Pole for Alonso. Pole for Alonso. My money goes on Alonso. All my money for Alonso. Alonso, this guy is only 17. He's only 17. He can be winning in Moto2 with 18 or 19 as Pedro Acosta, you know? This guy is sensational, phenomenal. Like Jose Antonio Rueda second, Daniel Holgado. Oh, Daniel Holgado clings in the last second to the first row. This is very important for Holgado. The first row is very good qualification. Still 2/10 away, but first row. And I think Alonso can go away. Maybe Rueda can go with him. But I think my money goes on Alonso all day long. All day long. Wow, David Alonso. What a monster. This is a new superstar of the start of the sport. As Acosta, as Marquez, as Rossi. This is as Lorenzo, as Pedrosa. This is a big one, a big one. Let's hope he doesn't hurt himself too early. And wow, we're gonna have much fun today. Okay, so David Alonso, all my money goes to David Alonso. All my money goes to David Alonso.
Did get out there for one lap with not a fully functioning KTM. He is 14th on the grid, but finally a first pole position for David Alonso, his team manager. Nico to all judge Jack.
Nico, congratulations. What a weekend David is having. So fast on Friday, continued it today, and a first ever pole position.
Yeah, first pole position for David. We are super happy because he do an amazing job all weekend, and now he have a very good pace. We need to keep the concentrate for tomorrow race because Moto3 always be a difficult race because we have a strong rivals, but we are ready to battle.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to CF Moto Aspar then. First pole position in Grand Prix racing for David Alonso, which usually saves his match for a Sunday. So that was trouble for his Moto3 position. 17,000 to the second inning from back-to-back poles for Jose Antonio Rueda, and a key last lap from Daniel Holgado to take third on the grid.
Long day,
Closing stages of that session.
I think my friend, I tell you all about it when I see you again. It's come a long day since I've begun. Oh, I tell you all about it when I see you again. when I see you again. Oh, oh, So all my money goes to Alonso, David Alonso, impressive rider, probably the new great challenger, the one who's gonna challenge Acosta in the next decade. Amazing rider, impressive. We, even in cases of Marquez and Lorenzo Stoner, we never saw something like that. Even with Acosta, it's like super impressive. We know that then this is one thing, then you need to go to Moto2, and Moto2 is gonna really set the standard, because many riders that maybe for the weight or whatever, they can do well in the small category, but then when they go to Moto2 with a big bike, everyone using exactly the same, so you don't have any advantage more than your setting and your on your riding abilities. So now we're gonna see the Moto2 riders, and here is where really, I mean, let's say the Moto3 is the kindergarten of the sport. You see talents, you see things, you see shiny things, but it's really when you get to Moto2 that you really have a prospect, a real prospect. Because, for example, Jaume Macià, he was doing very well in Moto3, and we'll see if he thrives in Moto2, because it's a big jump, it's very difficult, you're accustomed to certain things, and the first year in Moto2 is everything or nothing. So you didn't made it, even if you have a championship of Moto3, yeah, but then Moto2 can make you or can break you. So it's a great candidate, a great prospect, but um, Jose Antonio Rueda is coming also, and Ajo knows what he's doing. Ajo knows. Ooh, so he lost the lap. He stepped on the green for a whisker, and he lost the super lap he did prior. So maybe he had a chance for the pole, but I think the race is Alonso. He's super consistent, uh, super resilient. It doesn't matter how it goes. Let's listen.
It's a great lap in qualifying. Important
Holgado.
to put you on what looks like a blockbuster front row. You've got some good competition joining you ahead of tomorrow's race.
Yes, the first row always is very important because you can start in the first position, no, for the race. Yes, I am happy with the weekend. Yesterday was a good day for me. We did a good job with the team. Now ready for the race. Tomorrow I need to enjoy the race.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Well, he'll certainly enjoy it if he can take the checkered flag in first, which he's almost done in both of the Grand Prix we've seen so far, and led up until the final quarter in Qatar. Led over the line in Portimao. Led 19 of the 35 racing laps that we've had so far in 2024. And I think Poncharal will be doing cartwheels somewhere, won't he? What a day he's had so far in MotoGP and in Moto3. Second on the great Jose Antonio Rueda. That small mistake potentially cost him pole, but he still starts second in the judge check.
Jose Antonio, congratulations once again onto the front row, but it's a frustration. It's not pole position, that mistake just out to the final corner. In the end, costing you, but not by much.
Yeah, I'm very angry for the mistake on the last sector, on the last corner. But well, this is the race, the weekend races. So yeah, finally I'm happy because I have the pace to do it alone. So well, I think this is the line for the race tomorrow. So yeah, I'm very happy and need to say thanks for my team and for my family and everybody that support me and see me now. Well done. Thank you.
Yeah, he's such a lovely lad, he's Jose Antonio. I don't think I've ever seen someone say that he's angry with a big beaming smile on his face as Jose Antonio did there. He certainly has the pace, as he said, alone, although as it gets that he won't be alone for much of tomorrow's Grand Prix of the Americas. 14 laps coming up tomorrow in Moto3, and the vast majority of the heavyweights are all up there at the front. Only Ivan Altola with his technical problems in qualifying too, starting a little bit further down the grid than we would expect. Move up from 14th on the grid, as mentioned. Well, you might have remembered in recent times that David Alonso got a new phone as a reward for one of his victories last year. He can now add a Tissot watch to the collection because David Alonso is on pole for the Grand Prix of the Americas. Jack's with us.
David, congratulations. What a weekend you're having. So fast. You've got quite a few race-winning trophies at home, but now you've got a watch to add to the collection as well. How happy are you in first ever pole position?
Yeah, exactly. You have said on the Saturdays I never got a watch. I really wanted, and here it is. So happy for it because for us Saturday was hard, but little by little we are working on it and starting better on the Sunday race. We are happy of the work we have done. We need to think about the tire for tomorrow, so to see which will be the best option, because for sure will be a hard race, but well, happy for today.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
The first Colombian rider ever to take a Grand Prix pole position, making history everywhere he goes.
Impressive.
So there's your confirmation.
David Alonso, remember that name. Remember that name.
5 of his 24.
He's the first ever Colombian to take pole. He's actually born and raised in Spain, but he have double nationality.
Championship favorite. So it looks like the favorite heading into tomorrow, but with so many of the big hitters up at the front of the grid, sits up beautifully, isn't it? The 14-lap Grand Prix of the Americas tomorrow. The first ever career pole for David Alonso by the barest of margins, 17,000 for the second from Jose Antonio away. Then Danny Holgado third on a great afternoon for Tech 3. Colin Fire and Joel Kelso joining Jacob Ralston on the second row.
Okay, so we change category and we go into Moto2.
Luca Lanetta 11 from Adrian Fernandez and Filippo Farioli. Ivan Altola, problematic Q2, left in 14. Scott Hoffman will join him on row 5. Tatsuki Suzuki 16 from Joel Esteban and Angel Piqueras, who lost his lap time to track the next. I would have put him on the third row. Josh Motley 19 from Nicola Carraro. Ricardo Rotti described Q1 as embarrassing. He'll start 21st. Noah Denville, his teammate, just behind him. Xavi Tusa will make his debut from 23rd ahead of Yusuke Yamanaka. David Almanza, injury permitting, will go from 25th. Tachiko Moto3 Qualifying in 26th, has withdrawn from the weekend.
Okay, so we're going to MotoGP, Moto2 QP. About to start.
Pole for David Alonso. History made for the Colombian in Moto3. Coming up next, we'll decide the grid in Moto2 Q1. He's coming up next. Good afternoon, everybody, and a warm welcome back to Austin, Texas, which has seen its fair share of excitement so far.
Beautiful day in Austin.
6 scintillating Super Saturday in the Lone Star State. MotoGP's eagerly anticipated Moto2 Sprint is around an hour and a quarter away. That punch will certainly be keeping a close eye on the action, as will we. 10 laps of action coming up, but first, I'm just like a break for Moto2 in their first round of the season. Coming up in qualifying 1, Diogo Moreira, Celestino Vietti, last year's pole sitter, Alberto Arenas, a surprising name in Q1, Somkya Chandra going through Q1 for the second consecutive Grand Prix, Tontavan Goldberg, Dennis Onchu, Gianma Massio, who's got a good Moto3 record around here, Philip Salach back in action for Health Mark VDS, Darren Binder, Ethan Guevara, who took his first Grand Prix win here in Moto3 a couple of years ago. Centre Aegis, Xavi Artigas and Alex Screech for the forward team. Mario Anchi and Xavi Cardaluz will also be involved in this Q1 session, where as always the top 4 will advance through to qualifying 2. A healthy crowd here in Austin this afternoon, rubbing their hands in anticipation of the qualifying session coming up in Moto2. Moto2 Sprint in MotoGP with a heavyweight front 2 rows coming up in that class. Moto2 qualifying on the way then in the company of Lewis Subrini, York coach box, Jack Appleyard in pit lane. Now the Arenas purposefully strives to his QJ Moto Rossini Calex. Arenas, who's got a strong qualifying record so far this year. Front row via Q1 in Qatar and second row in Portimao. He's got an extra 15 minutes of work ahead of him, Elliot, if he's to keep up that strong Saturday record this year.
Yeah, tough weekend so far for Albert Arenas. Not what we would have expected from the Gristini rider heading into the Americas GP. As you say, though, he's had a strong couple of qualifying sessions so far this season over in Qatar on the front row and then in Portimao in P6. Did miss out on automatic Q2 promotion in Qatar in 16th place in practice, and then did go on to stick it on the front row. So he's got previous in 2024 of coming through Q1 and going on to get a good result in qualifying. I'm surprised if he's able to repeat that success, especially sticking it on the front row.
I think there's 4 going through. 4.
But Arenas has had a good start to the season. You'll be hoping that he can progress into Q2 at least and then see what he can do.
There's 4 going through. So my favorites to go through.
In this Q1 session, although it's
My favorites to go through Q2 are
Yeah, we're
gonna
just
say
Tony Arbolino's bike that's been warmed up, but hopefully you guys can hear us.
Moreira.
As the guys were saying, great to welcome Philip back after the arm pump surgery. He finds himself in Q1. How is he been adapting back to the bike?
Well, basically, we start from zero because there's been suffering from arm pumps in the beginning of the year when we started the test. So he wasn't really able to do fast stuff, and when you put arm pump,
Okay, I'm gonna say Vietti.
The good point is now his arm seems to be fixed, so he has no pain. Now basically, when I said we need to work on the setup, get more used to this very tire, which are quite different of the normal. It's like a white. And it's the same. I mean, the technical side, we need to learn, and also the rider they need to get used to this feeling.
Let me watch a bit. I'm not sure. Arenas. I'm not gonna bet on Arenas. He's not fitting the circuit or the bike, or he wrong wide. I want to see Canet, what Canet is doing. It's his teammates, sorry. Canet went through. It's Chandra is the
but we are in the same boat.
No, it's not his teammate.
Let's keep working.
Jill, great insight as ever. Good luck for the rest of the week.
I don't know. I've been looking for the top riders, and I don't know from the middle least to the bottom.
Who's out there at the moment. He's currently on his first flying lap of the session. He did the same, describe the bikers perfect yesterday. Bike was working perfectly. I guess the biggest deciding factor in Philip Salaci's fortune this weekend will be the rider itself, who's of course struggling to regain full fitness and of course lacking a little bit of track time.
Diego Moreira fastest, Arenas second.
Pirelli tyres, Salac missing the opportunity to ride in Portimao circuit that he was on pole last season. Chantra there with the first lap time on the board, and Zoltan Gorberg gets a 2:08.930. The all-time lap record coming into this weekend was a 2:08.7 Cameron Bogue in 2022. That lap time would have only put you 24th in practice this morning, so has been the rapid rate of progress in Moto2 this year. The all-time lap record set earlier on by, you guessed it, Fermi Aldeguer at 2:07.5. Moreira, who's had a good weekend so far, I have to be saying, on the SL Transcalex leads is on a 2:08.4. Yeah, Moreira just missed out on qualifying into automatic Q2 over in Portimao, finished 15th in practice. He did exactly the same here. Earlier on this morning, finished 15th, only 7/10 off top. Celestino Vietti goes 3/10 clear in this Q1 session. Celestino Vietti admitting after Portimao he really needs to improve qualifying in 2024 to make his Sundays look better. He could have challenged for the podium, he said, over in Portimao, but qualifying is low down as he did. Vietti qualifying in 14th place, only finished 7 seconds off the win in P7 in Portimao, but he said he had a whole lot more in his pocket. Have to improve qualifying because he had the pace for a better result than number 13, so he needs to progress at least through Q1 and then try and get, you have to say, at least the top 10 or from 3 rows.
Vietti looks that he's going through.
Stand on the podium for the first time in replicating Iron Colours. If you like omens, I've got a couple of good ones for you, Celestino Vietti fans. Pole position, of course, here last season, even though that proves to be something of a false dawn when it comes to the race itself. But this is also the first time Celestino Vietti has had to go to qualifying once since Qatar last year, when he went through Q1 and stuck it in the middle of the front row, second on the grid. So Vietti has trodden this path before and gone on to qualify right at the sharp end, so don't rule him out for something similar here this weekend. Chantra, as mentioned, in this Q1 session, which is something of a surprise. He's not failed to take part in a qualifying 2 session by any manner of means since the Saxon Prix back in 2022. As it stands at the moment, Chantra will be an unusual spectator in qualifying 2. There's that consecutive laps now that Chantra has set, which have been unable to get him out of the 2:09 to 2:09.0 for Chantra. He's a quarter of a second shy of the lap time he needs to get himself into the top 4. They're wondering if he's still feeling some ill effects from the opening couple of races of the season. He's been under the weather, as Chantra said. He wasn't feeling 100% over in Portimao. Of course, having a couple of weekends off should have helped, but he's clearly still not 100%, whether that's in himself or just with the feeling of the bike. So a surprise to see Sofiat Chantra not really challenging for a top 4 at this moment in time, as Celestino Vietti improves his time again at 2:08 flat. That's already...
Oh, what a bump in braking 1. In the first corner, there's a bump that if you don't get the right line, you go wide in turn 1.
In this Q1 session, his teammate Dason also in the session. He's currently in 8th place, where you get to see lap times for Darren Binder and Mario Aggi. Aggi's just had his first attempt of the session deleted for exceeding track limits, as we take a beautiful look at Celestino Vietti coming over the crest of turn 9. You drop again as you head down through turn number 10, the left-hander, which follows this, or you head into one of 5 first gear hairpins around this COTA circuit. Turn 1 is the first of them. This is Celestino Vietti on his way into turn number 1. That shot doesn't quite do justice to the elevation change. You're climbing steeply uphill before it sort of levels out again once you hit the summit of the start-finish straight into turn number 1. As mentioned, Celestino Vietti led the field into there last year. At the moment, he's on his way through to qualifying 2. Moreira in second on the 2:08.470. Alberto Reinas is in third place. And Masia currently on course for his first G2 appearance, the reigning Moto3 world champion, who's one of a whole heap of riders. We've already touched on Salach. He's one of them. So is Masia, who've undergone arm pump surgery. In fact, of our rookies, 6 of them that have moved up from Moto3, 6 out of 7 rookies came up via that route. 4 of them have already gone under the surgeon's knife for arm pump
They're
surgery.
running out
Clearly,
of time. Less than 6 minutes to go.
This weekend due to arm pump surgery on both his arms.
Yeah, we wish Ayumu all the best, and hopefully we see him back in action in Jerez in a couple of weeks' time. Quite apt, Lewis, that we saw Celestino Vietti hard on the anchors at turn 1.
Then it's on cool.
He said he needs to improve. He needs to improve his style.
He needs to
at turn
improve.
1 were his exact words. So I'm looking on there. Of course, we
Half
know
a
that.
second to go through. And half a second will be very, very close. So he needs more than half a second. And there's only less than 4 minutes and a half to go. So maybe 2 laps max.
Turn 1. It's a unique part of the circuit. It's a unique part anywhere we go. There's nothing else like it. That plunge up the hill into turn 1. So yeah, Celestino Vietti, that's an area where he needed to focus on. Potentially that's where he's found some time, and that's why he's unable to be sitting pretty at the top with just under 5 minutes to go. 4:10 to do at this moment in time.
It's been a pretty good afternoon so far. If you're a fan of Australian motorsport, Centre Aegis is looking to build on that in this Q1 session. Currently in 5th place, series on the number 81. Aegis, unfortunate, I think it's fair to say, in Portimao 3 weeks ago when he was on course for some big points. He did get points in the end, finished in 14th place, but was fortunately victim of some confusion when he had to drop a position after overtaking under yellow flags for Alonso Lopez's crash out of the lead, and having not dropped the position sufficiently in the eyes of the FIA MotoGP stewards, he was then given a right-through penalty. Was Aegis still went on to score points, finishing in 14th place. Had the edge on his teammate, more experienced teammate Darren Bittner throughout that weekend. Now qualifying him and finished ahead of him in the race, and certainly on the basis of what we've seen in practice so far, there's been very little to choose between them at the moment. Bittner is currently in the pits. We've yet to see him set a lap time so far, and he's not got a lot of time to change that either. Yet to lead the pits. His only lap so far was deleted for exceeding track limits, but Aegis right on the cut-off of a place in qualifying 2, and currently on a personal best, is able to change that.
To change it again is Celestino Vietti. He's got his teammate Dennis Onchu in tow. Onchu not quite able to keep tabs on Vietti, but I don't think anyone would expect him to. The rookie, Celestino Vietti, improved by another couple of attempts. Onchu sets a better lap time of 2:08.6. Massila, the reigning Moto3 world champion. He was up inside the top 3 earlier on in the weekend, eventually slipped down to outside the top 14, of course. That's why he's in Q1. But he has shown glimpses already this weekend. He's got pace around this circuit of the Americas. So that's a good lap time for Masia. Up into 2nd place, but it is tight up there. I mean, a couple of attempts to split Diogo Moreira from Philip Salach. Salach has got work to do to try and pounce his way into the top 4, but a very solid lap from the number 5, Masia. We've not seen him too much so far this year. He's been going about his work quietly, but obviously the rookie's taking time to adapt to this new class, new tyres, of course. And on a circuit such as the Circuit America is a difficult one.
Albert Arenas
So good job from Masia so far.
may
The thing
pass.
he's tried to learn so far is adapt his riding style. Not to
It's
destroy the
for
front tyre
1/10
in
the
Moto2.
difference.
This is one circuit where you can very easily
Arenas,
take too much
maybe.
out of your front tyre.
Diogo Moreira.
Third compound of front tyre here this weekend. Currently the SC3
Chandra.
extra hard
Ah,
compared to the two compounds that we usually have. As
was
we go up and
close to
down
go
the
wide in the
MotoGP
first
calendar.
corner.
Key lap misses then for Somkiat Chantra, chasing a place in qualifying 2. He's down there with his teammate Mario Aggi at the moment, 10th and 11th for Innovitu on the Team Asia, which would be, it's nothing short of a disaster for them.
Onku is out. Onku is
Failed to
not
improve on
improving.
that would be 24th and 25th on the grid, respectively, for Chantra. Comes to the first sector now. He's
Not
a couple
enough
tenths
for
away from
Onku.
Celestino Vietti, although Vietti's
So,
pace has been stellar
I
in this
think
session
the
so
ones
far.
going
207,
is Vietti.
797.
We have a lot of
Riders
margin.
so far this weekend have gone quicker than that.
Masia goes through.
Downhill then for Chantra,
This
dropping
is
down to
impressive. It's
first gear, one of
his
5
third
first gear
race.
corners, as I mentioned, turn number 11, just 30 miles an hour.
Albert
through there.
Arenas
50
and
kilometers
then
an hour or so
Diogo
as he now breaks
Moreira.
his way onto this 1.2 kilometer back straight. Zonta van den Gorberg looking to bury himself into the slipstream of Solkjaer Chantra, but his lap has gone away after he made a mistake earlier on in the lap. Chantra then get ready to drop 4 gears all the way down to first, back down once again to 60 kilometers an hour for turn number 12. Now he will be heading right into turn 13 and 14, which are essentially taken as one double apex right-hander. 15 comes up next then. Once again, you're down to first gear, 60 kilometers an hour for this, and you're now on the right-hand side of the tyre for the next 3 corners, 16, 17 and 18, which punish these Pirelli tyres, all taken in second gear, roughly 145 kilometers an hour on the way in and on the way out through turn number 18. 19 comes next then for Solkjaer Chantra, back down to second once again for the first gear, or the second gear final corner. Just 75 kilometers an hour on the apex through there. It's been a relatively clean
On
one from
who
Chantra, but
is
it
not
quick
going
one.
through.
He crosses the line, it's not quick enough. He stays in fifth.
Maybe
Chantra's
Salak
proud record, which has stretched
and
for
Van der
a year and a half
Burger.
of not missing
Let's
Q2,
see, is
looks
his
set to
last
be
chance.
over. Massive
Oh,
mistake right there. It is
Chantra
over.
goes.
Yeah, didn't have too much time to play
That's
with in
it
that
for
final
Chantra.
sector. Lost about 0.3 of a second in sector 3.
So,
Okay, he set a decent final sector time, but
Vietti Masia, I'm impressed by Masia. Arenas, Moreira. Yellow flags, which means Darren Binder had a crash.
8, 9 and 10. So hopefully Darren Binder's all
Ryder
okay.
is
He is
okay.
up on his feet. Doesn't look too badly damaged as that Liqui-Moly Husqvarna Calyx. Yeah, unfortunate for Darren Binder, he won't be progressing into Q2. He's not even set a time so far. So yeah, disappointment for the South African.
Will be starting right to the back tomorrow, unfortunately, will the South African. So qualified once again by his teammates.
Let's see if Zonta van der Burger may jump up, but it's the only thing that can change. It's coming fast. Oh, he lost it in the third. Yes. No. This is it. This is it. This is it.
He's going to need a stunning final sector to make his way through.
It's over.
The FT's 207.797 looks like it's going to remain untouched. Salach misses out in 6th. Farm tomorrow from 20th on the grid. A little touch of the hand there as he came across the finish line. That was in frustration, the resignation. Salach is out, and it looks as if Zonta van den Gorberg will join him. As lap that started very well for Van den Gorberg has careered off the rails, and it's going to leave him down in 10th.
Yeah, unfortunate for the young Dutchman. He won't be progressing through to qualifying 2. Had a really good weekend over in COTA. Was obviously disappointed with the race in P13. Expected a lot more. Had a disappointing weekend over in Portimao. So he just couldn't get into his rhythm, and it was a bitter pill to swallow. And this will be 2. Not progressing into Q2 is the Dutchman. And will be qualifying way down on the grid, near the back of the grid. So a mountain to climb then on Sunday for Zonta van den Gorberg. But no such issues, Lewis. For Celestino Vietti. He said he wanted to qualify better. That's the first part of the job done.
He's into qualifying 2. He now needs to take advantage of this reprieve and get himself up the sharp end of...
Hola Lorena, se me ha cortado el primero y ahora ha empezado otro. Ahora viene lo gordo, ahora vendrá MotoGP y la clasificación de Moto2. Ya falta... Sí, en hora y... a las 10:30 o así hemos acabado. Gracias, cariño, gracias. Muy bien. Ha hecho la pole position David Alonso, que es un niño de 17 años, que es un nuevo fenómeno. Y ahora van a hacer la clasificatoria de Moto2, que el favorito es Aldeguer, pero veremos.
It still doesn't look like it's coming easy to Albert Arenas. He has at least kept his hopes alive by making his way through Q1.
Yeah, top job from Masia. Wasn't particularly expecting him to progress through to Q2. And to finish second, best of the rest after Celestino Vietti's hot pace, the only rider in the 207s. Good job from Masia, of course, a race winner here in 2022. A couple of more podiums in the Moto3 class as well. So job done for Massi.
Job done for Celestino Vietti too, who moves through into qualifying 2, looking very like the current Moto2 world champion there, who will be out later on in the TISO Sprint. It's Celestino Vietti who goes through to qualifying 2. Jaume Masia, Albert Arenas and Diogo Moreira will join in the top 4. Sonica Chanchavis is out in 5th from the last initial tube. Sinner-Aegis and Ferraris. On to Van Gorberg in 10th. Mario Acci 11th. Xavi Artigas 12th. Xavi Carvalho's 13th. 93 to 40. The battle for pole in Moto2 is coming next.
They're going.
Well, welcome back to the Circuit of the Americas. Old Glory flying proudly over the spectacular facility, home of the Grand Prix of the Americas, and home in just under an hour to the TISO Sprint. We won't spoil the qualifying outcome from MotoGP on if you haven't seen it yet, but boy, is it set up the TISO Sprint. A spectacular 10-lap shootout that lies ahead of us. Cannot wait for that at 3 p.m. local time. First though, before we get to that, put the half of the grid to the side in Moto2. 6 rows of the grid, up for grabs. Who will claim our 3rd pole position of the season? Will we see a 3rd different pole sitter in Moto2 in 2024? Aaron Canet was on pole position for the season opener in Qatar. Manu Gonzalez took his first ever pole position in Portimao. Who will start at the sharp end this time ahead of tomorrow's 16-lap Grand Prix of the Americas, with the bustling state capital, the city of Austin, in the distance. We will be partying on Rainy Street tonight with a TISO watch around their wrist at the Moto2 pole sitter here in Austin. Coming out of the gate was quickest in practice earlier on today. A Posticura 1-2 with Ayagura in 2nd. Jake Dixon 3rd from the OnlyFans American racing duo Marcos Ramirez and Joe Roberts, although they certainly had contrasting routes to getting themselves through to Q2. Otto Lopez was 6th. Ana Gonzalez almost recent pole sitter 7th with Jeremy Alcoba, Aaron Canet and Sergio Garcia. Harry Falter scored 11th from Dennis Foggia, Tony Oblino and Bo Beckschneider. Celestino Vietti, Jaume Masia, Albert Arenas and Diogo Moreira completed your 18 riders, one of which will be your pole sitter for round 3 in 2024. Moto2 season, a season which has kept us guessing, left us absolutely dumbfounded in some moments. 2 different pole sitters as mentioned, 2 different winners, 6 different riders have been on the 6 different steps on the podium in our 2 Grand Prix so far combined, not including this man, Femi Aldeguer, who of course comes into this race as the combined fastest rider for practice, but only 11th in the World Championship after jumping the start in Portimao 2 weeks ago. Just 13 points to his name, but we look like we're seeing peak late 2023 Fermin so far this weekend.
Yeah, we do. He's had a very, very strong weekend, as Fermin Aldeguer, of course, would have been disappointed with his Portimao results, not necessarily the performance, because he showed awesome race pace on Sunday afternoon. Just made that little mistake, didn't he, at the start. Rolled a little bit before the lights went out, and had a double on that penalty to contend with, but still managed to finish in 4th place. But he did say after the race his bike, especially the handling, was absolutely phenomenal, and he did feel like he was back to the feeling he had at the end of 2023, and he's rolled into Texas and stuck it top of the timesheets after practice, and he is the rider that everyone is chasing, and chasing him closest so far, Lewis, is Ayagura, who continues to impress on his debut season on the Boscoscuro. Less than a 10th off was Ayagura. We don't normally associate Agura with necessarily the best time attack pace. He usually saves that for a Sunday, but Ayagura super impressive so far, just a little bit off Aldeguer, but not by much.
Yeah, I don't know about you earlier, but I don't think I can relay any of the 4 Boscoscuro riders here from potentially qualifying on the front row of the grid. All 4 of them have shown impressive pace at various stages of the weekend. Marcos Ramirez was 4th in combined practice, of course representing the Only Fans American racing team, and with no disrespect intended to Marcos Ramirez, who will have plenty of home support in 2 weeks' time as an Andalusian heading to Jerez. Many of these fans, including those with the stars and stripes on their chest, will be keeping a close eye on his teammate, Joe Roberts, who was 5th in combined practice, 2nd yesterday morning in free practice, but boy did he take the scenic route to qualifying 2 earlier on today. It might look on the face of it that he had a pretty straightforward session going through 5th, but it was anything but.
Yeah, we said he needed to keep a cool head after the crash. Took the mechanics just under 10 minutes, I think, to try and get that bike fixed. But before we go on in the session, it's down to Jack Appiot because he has Somkat Chantra with him. Jack, down to you.
Yeah, frustrating Somkat Chantra. You had a run of Q2 appearances that was edging towards 40 races. Unfortunately, come to an end here. It's unlike you not to have made it into Q2. So what's been happening this weekend?
Yeah, for me, on this weekend we have everything by new also new tire in here in the circuit, and we have problem a little bit on the bike because we have checked a lot on when braking, and we cannot stop the biking up. And yeah, this weekend we try to follow this setting, and we still don't follow yes. And I hope tomorrow on the race I will improve also the bike improve, and also we also improve for tomorrow.
We're only into round 3 of this new era with the Pirelli tyres. Just how challenging has it been for riders, for teams to get used to this big change?
Yeah, for us was also from the first lap. Also we didn't have the good like best bike of the race from COTA and until Portimao and until now, because we don't know yet how to use the tire of Pirelli. When sometimes when you push a lot, the grip was help a lot, but when the tire getting drop is also drop a lot, and we must to learn this. And for sure tomorrow is another day, and maybe tomorrow when I wake up and everything was okay, and let's see tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Somkat. I'm sure you'll be smiling tomorrow.
Thank you.
He's always smiling, the Somkat Chantra. That's one of the reasons we all love him. But he'll have to go some tomorrow. I mean, missed out on qualifying 2 for the first time in over 18 months. But let's focus on who is in qualifying 2 then. Celestino Vietti is firmly in the mix for back-to-back Austin pole positions, having navigated his way through each of the quarters of qualifying 1. But in terms of the battle for pole here, as we briefly alluded to there, Elliot, before we heard from Somkat Chantra, I think the hopes of Luca Boscoscuro for his 4 riders must be very high coming into this one.
Yeah, they've been super impressive. I think this year we're really starting to see them being competitive everywhere. We're used to seeing the Boscoscuros being competitive at certain tracks and certain moments, but with Alonso Lopez and Fermin Aldeguer, especially of course at the end of last year, Aldeguer dominated proceedings, didn't he? Obviously down to the rider as well, but the Boscoscuro chassis has really taken a step forward in the last couple of years and has become probably equal machinery to the Calyx so far this season, and it just goes to show when Ayagura and Sergio Garcia can step onto the Boscoscuro chassis and immediately be on the pace at the sharp ends. But every track we've been to, Qatar and Portimao, completely different circuits, and then of course the circuit in America is a very unique circuit as well. So yeah, the Boscoscuros are really taking it to the Calyxes this season.
Joe Roberts is out there on track looking for what would be a fairy tale pole position on home soil. To give us an idea about he and his teammate
I don't think
Marcos
so.
Ramirez are feeling. Both have been on the pace this weekend. Let's head down to Jacob with John Hopkins from Americas Racing.
John, I can only imagine the pressure that Joe must feel ahead of this one. There's a lot of people down in the box. We can see Kenny Roberts Jr. here as well, all pushing him to try and get a big result. Just how is he feeling ahead of it?
He's feeling good. Obviously, he had a little bit of a knock this morning, but he was pushing. He was pushing for a lap record pace on hard race tire, which obviously he's probably going to race on tomorrow. And yeah, he's feeling good though. Obviously, we're trying to treat this as it's any other race weekend, but you know, it's huge. You know, with being the only American, with being competitive. You know, you've got all the distractions. We're just trying to minimize as much as possible, but yet give as much support, you know, and utilize all the support as much as possible.
The team have got the experience of Cam doing the business on a Saturday here before, and then it not going to plan on the Sunday. How much is that experience going to help you guys to try navigating?
Lap cancelled to Canet.
To be honest, Cam's data has been hugely beneficial. Obviously, we're on Pirellis now. They were on Dunlop's end. That's obviously helped in the lap time. They repaved a few places, but still, Cam's data has been crucial this weekend in actually helping both Marcos and Joe improve in some sectors.
John, I hope it's a good one for you. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, lap cancelled to Alonso Lopez.
Alonso Lopez currently with the upper hand, although the lap times that we're expecting for pole position will be something in the 2:07s. Fastest lap of the weekend so far, Brian. And you're just looking at Fermin Aldeguer, who's at a 2:07.5 earlier on in practice. The empty helmets ever side. Boscoscuro has linked the pit lane, and we're about to see some yellow flags very shortly in that first sector because Celestino Vietti, last year's pole sitter, just as we were discussing moments ago, needs to avoid some of his
Vietti crashed.
He did part of the work by getting through Q1. He's undone a lot of that by crashing in Q2.
The number 13.
Really for Celestino Vietti, for the team and his sake. Let's hope he can get that Canex triumph back up and running, get it down to the pit lane as soon as possible. There's going to be some damage. Didn't look like too much, thankfully, for Vietti. As the yellow flags do clear, I was just about to say all these riders have just set their first flying laps of the session, and they're going to come through the yellow flag, so this isn't going to count. But they have cleared, so these riders will be able to get a lap time on the boards after another couple of minutes. Alonso Lopez there out of the seat through turn 14.
Now Alonso Lopez, come
The
on.
rider who was
Canet.
on course to be going up to provisional pole position is currently held by the rider behind him, Barry Boucher's 4 tenths clear of Bo Benschneider. I expect that to change of course throughout this session. Lots of riders not set a lap time so far, but that was a close call for Lopez, clearly pushing.
Yeah, Baltus is up behind him. Lopez looking to try and get himself back into the top of the order after lap after lap got deleted. We'll see more get deleted due to exceeding Trevanish. Alan Matthews just lost a lap 2 as we follow Aaron Kinnett, who at the moment coming out of turn 1 while we're hearing through.
Less than 8 minutes to go.
Get the final corner right this time as Kinnett looks for his second pole position.
Aldeguer is far away yet. Let's see if he jumps up now.
Still early days though, as mentioned. That's a second from Marcos Ramirez. Dennis Foggia is in 4th place, and I'll be surprised if we see Foggia towards the sharp end of the green. He was 3rd quickest.
Canet made a big margin. It's Canet's birthday. He just became 24.
Last year, the Rocket was able to qualify in 14th place. Very surprised if we don't see it bettering that this time.
Oh.
To crash for Tony Arbolino.
Tony Arbolino.
It's not been a
Out.
good day this for Elfmark, but yes, Salah out in Q1.
Rider
It's been
okay,
a miserable weekend really for Tony Arbolino.
but the bike
It's worse and worse.
not
Down in Q2.
too torn up, but
Started the landing out, didn't he? Managed to get back up on his feet as quickly as possible.
Front
But yeah, you're right,
end.
Lewis, that's a disaster. You
Front
can see
end.
head in his hands. As soon as he stood up and started running towards his bike, he knows how much of a mistake that could
yeah,
be.
this is a
He set a lap time
expensive
Tony
mistake.
Arbolino, but he's P13 at this moment in
Aldeguer
time.
is 3rd now.
Just over 7 minutes. So if he can get the bike back running and get to pit lane, or he can continue on his way, then he can still get 2 or 3 laps at it. But yeah, not a good weekend, really. We've come to expect from Tony Arbolino, especially at the Circuit of Americas, where he's got a great record.
Aldeguer up onto the front row of the grid then.
Aldeguer.
Identical time. The wind feels like it's really picking up. You can hear
My
it
money
particularly
goes to
cameras there
Aldeguer.
as they were coming through the first sector. So
Canet
Aldeguer
is the
already has
challenger.
3rd and 4th identical
but I
times.
think that Aldeguer is
208,
more
284, so
consistent.
Reyes at the moment is set to keep up this stellar
It
qualifying
looks more
record of
consistent.
2024.
And I'm afraid Canet, even though he won his first race and this normally makes a click, what happened? What's doing Canet? Lap cancel to Canet. But
he's going to be taking the sole part in this session for the Mastercam team. Tony Arbolino. Mark Vinales is still entering in this session. He's told to pop off that of Mark Vinales Calyx so they can inspect it and make sure that if he does go out for the rest of this session, he's got a fully functioning motorbike to compete with.
He was indicating some sort of issue there. Doesn't like too much damage, so hopefully for Arbolino and the team saying that they can get that bike fixed as quick as possible. Maybe have a helping hand from some of Philip Salach's mechanics as well to try and get that fixed
lap
as soon as
cancel
possible.
to Sergio
However, back
Garcia,
on track, Igora
and
going
Aldeguer
well
now is
with his
coming
teammate
super
Sergio
fast.
Garcia.
Super
So,
fast.
Igora and Garcia need a lap time, and it
Not
looks
enough
like
in the
for
last
Garcia, his lap time has been cancelled, but Igora will be propelling himself up into where he thinks he should be. The P8 not where he wants to be, but a lap time on the board with just over 5 minutes to go. Jake Dixon through the third.
Dixon is coming fast in the third. Less than 1/10 on the time.
Front row of the grid. He's up behind his former teammate Albert Arenas as we exit the final corner. We'll just take Dixon over the line, and he goes onto the front row of the grid in third place.
Front row for Dixon.
Yeah, freak issue for Celestino Vietti. He just rolled down pit lane, got off the bike, and left it with the mechanics. And they couldn't roll it into the box because the front wheel had locked on. Whether the front brake has somehow jammed as he's getting off it, I'm not sure what's happened. But they had to pick the bike up and just roll it in on the rear wheel. And now they're straight at work onto the front part of the bike to see if they can rectify it. But it suddenly just cropped up out of nowhere.
Must be a legacy of the crash he had in the early part of this
Now
session.
Aldeguer is coming, and many two
Two
riders are following him.
It wasn't exactly a fast crash, was it, that Vietti had, as with our other crasher so far in Q2. Tony Arbolino was also hoping
Aldeguer is
to
coming.
get him out on circuit. And amongst all the yellow flags, crashes, and exceeding of track limits,
Canet is waiting, but I think that he has to go out, and he have to hurry up.
And perhaps got a little bit of slipstream too down this back straight as he really asks the front end. Plenty of hard questions coming into turn number 12. Garcia chasing a first ever Moto2 pole position.
Aldeguer, Sergio Garcia, fastest.
Justin Vietti, incidentally, use of Jack Appleyard in pit lane is back out on track, but the promised performance of the Boscoscoros that we were talking about at the start of this session is coming to fruition here, because both Garcia and Aldeguer are really putting in some serious sector times and lap times here. Connects 208.013 is not going to cut the mustard here in the battle for pole position. Sergio Garcia, the best ever qualifying we've seen him in so far was a front row back in India last year.
Now,
That was, of course, was a
Sergio Garcia and Canet. Canet maybe.
For Sergio Garcia, across the line he goes. He's into the 207s. The 207.819 Garcia onto provisional pole.
Great lap from Sergio Garcia. He said back in Portimao he struggled riding in a group. Well, if you start from pole position, you've got every chance of not riding the group and getting some clear air on that front wheel. But how long will it be for? Fermin Aldeguer, top practice with a 207.543. What's he going to set this time around in qualifying to? It's a 207.740. Not quite as quick as we thought it would be, but the team are happy. And of course, provisional front row, provisional pole is exactly where Aldeguer wants to be.
Round of applause from the speed up team. So it's a Boscoscuro 1-2 at the moment. Aldeguer from Garcia, the other Boscoscuros at the moment. Igor in 9th and Alonso Lopez in 10th. All eyes here in Austin, though, are on this man as Joe Roberts goes to the front of the second row at 208.100. So it's Aldeguer, Garcia, Connect your current front row. Roberts, Baltus, Dixon, your second row.
Good lap from Roberts. We were just wondering where he was on the timesheets. Hadn't set a time, and it was just getting a little bit too close for comfort with a couple of minutes left on the clock. And a good lap from Joe Roberts. And we wanted a front row, of course, even better at pole position. But if we can start from 4th, that's a good starting slot for Joe Roberts. Bo Benschneider, last year's podium finisher in P3, climbs up to P5. A cracking job then from Bo Benschneider, who's shadowing Gonzalez.
Alonso Lopez has been demoted or something. I don't understand it. And Tony Arbolino
Sergio Garcia once
Tony
again.
Arbolino is only gonna have one lap.
So he's certainly not letting Fabio
This
Garcia
lap.
have
If
this
he gets in, it's
easily.
over.
John Roberts has also set a personal
If
best
he,
through the
oh,
first sector, so
this
Fabio
lap,
Garcia on a
and it is
2:07.7,
this is
so
it.
2 cents slower than he went in practice. For the moment, he's just holding steady at the front end of the grid. As Garcia now enters the final 2 corners, the pair of second gear left-handers down to 110 kilometers an hour for turn 19 and 75 kilometers an hour for the final corner. Hard left, 90-degree left-hander onto the start-finish straight. Can Garcia overturn that deficit? He can't in the final corner. Garcia remains
Alonso
in
Lopez,
One
10.
lap left for the Spaniard on the number 3, Boscoscura, to try and claim pole position
Now
for the first time
Canet.
in the Moto2
Wait
class.
for
He's
Canet.
used a lot of that tyre already, but don't discount Sergio Garcia just yet. Alonso Lopez needs to find time. We pick him up here on the number 21 machine. 4/10 off his teammate through the third split. Barry Boutus right behind him.
Canet,
He's only a 10th off through the third split. We're going to get Alonso Lopez over the line. P14 is not where he would have expected to be. He was up inside the top 10 in practice. Get Alonso Lopez over the line. He's half second off. He climbs into the top 10. Bounces up to P7 and Marcos Ramirez, the American racing team, onto provisional front row.
But what about their own favourite, Joe Roberts, out of the final corner? He goes onto the front row of the grid now.
Front row for Robert.
For the American racing team, they were 4th and 5th this morning, and Joe Roberts, they would certainly take that. A round of applause in the American racing team. He's at the moment, of course, for the front row at his home Grand Prix. Can anyone deny him? Aaron Canet might deny him. He's just set the fastest first sector so far. Tony Arbolino is back out there, has just set his fastest first sector so far. Gonzalez, it will not be back-to-back poles for him. A 2:08.193, what has been a tough weekend for Grassini. He will only start 8th at best.
Aaron Canet then halfway around the lap. He's had a relatively quiet session so far, up in P5. Not exactly a disaster for Canet, the championship leader, of course.
Canet.
Winner last time out for the first
Pole
time.
for Canet.
In qualifying 2. The
Pole
checkered
for
flag is out.
Canet
We've got
for
Tony Arbolino shadowing him.
9
Arbolino
thousandths
on
of a
half decent lap.
second.
He's going to improve Tony Arbolino. He's got 2 seconds out, so it's hard not to improve so far.
009.
On the straight and narrow, he's going to climb the timing sheets somewhat. If he can hold that sort of gap, he might bounce into the top 10. But Canet, look how close he is to provisional pole position. If he pulls this off, it'll be a really, really good result for Canet in Q2.
I'm not sure Arbolino will have climbed too far up the order, actually. He's 7/10 of a second, takes us all the way down to 17. That's the whole field.
Arenas, 4th.
Alonso
Lopez, 8th. Oh, pole for Canet, pole for Canet, because the last lap of Aldeguer has been cancelled. So pole for Canet.
Unless Marcos Ramirez for the American racing team can deny
No.
Ramirez is just in the back of the pictures with Paulo Alonso Lopez.
No.
The big threat might be coming.
Marco Ramirez is blocked by Alonso. He cannot go faster and he cannot advance. This is it. Pole for Canet.
Oh, he's out of shape.
Ramirez gets the final corner, all wrong, and potentially we'll never know whether that would have been pole position, but he's certainly lost a shot at it. 5th and 6th in the end for the American racing team. A breathless finish to qualifying. Ramirez knows what he might well have just lost with that mistake in the final corner. Potential pole position goes missing. It looks as if it's going to go to
Okay, I'm
Aaron
gonna say that my
Gonzalez over the line,
favorites
down in 13th
for
place. Dixon dropped all the way down to 14th, by the way. That shows how
Moto
maybe improved later on.
to
Gonzalez climbs back into the
race
top 10.
are
In 9th, you can
one.
now confirm to second pole in 3 races
Aaron
for the Moto2 World
Canet.
Championship leader, Aaron Canet.
2.
Classy from Canet that to beat
Fermin
Ferdinand on his final lap by over a 10th as
Aldeguer.
well. Close, but not really
And
that close. In terms of
3.
Moto2 so far, we've seen less than a 10th between Aldeguer and Fermin Aldeguer in practice, and that from Canet. An absolute worldie.
Oh.
This is what happened to Marcos Ramirez out of turn 20.
He
had
lost.
a similar sort of mistake in practice yesterday that cost him a lap time.
Oh, he lost
Potentially
his
cost
best
him
lap in the last
position,
corner.
but nevertheless, a decent
Okay.
result for Ramirez. Second row, to be honest, teammate Roberts.
Canet, Aldeguer,
Marcos Ramirez is not so much the
and
mistake,
Sergio
it's
Garcia.
knowing what he potentially lost.
Yes, because he was very close to the pole, and he have ridden. I said
Oh, that he's completed, which
Sergio
was
Garcia.
his 6th fastest lap time. He ended up doing a 2:08.3 on that final lap, so he was 7/10 of a second off pole position on that lap, even with that mistake. But Aaron Canet,
Great pole for Aaron Canet.
it gets better for the Fantic racing rider, and so it was second pole in the last 3 races.
I think Canet had a bad luck yesterday, and he's very young. He's only 24. He just become 24, and I think he's a good candidate. I wish he will succeed, because we need more contenders. And I was afraid to see that no one else was matching Aldeguer's level. So seeing that, I think Arbolino, too many mistakes. As I said, he's too well sponsored before he already won anything. So I think the hunger is a very important part. And if you stop having needs of the fundamental things, going there and fight for your life, it gets harder.
Starting on the front 2 rows of the grid, Joe Roberts in 5th for American Racing, and furious Marcos Ramirez, regretful of that last corner mistake, perhaps a little bit too eager to get himself on the throttle out of that final corner, knowing what he potentially might be about to achieve. And yet he missed out, 6th on the grid for Marcos Ramirez. Tony Arbolino, he recovered from that crash, went back out and secured 11th on the grid. As they console Marcos Ramirez, eats a football there, just walking through the shore. Well, it's no consolation at the moment for Marcos Ramirez, but he is still on the 2nd row of the grid. And given how the day started, good recovery that for Joe Roberts. Double 2nd row start for the Moto Fans American Racing team tomorrow. But Aaron Canet, every inch a Moto2 World Championship contender at the moment, isn't he? Backing up that pre-season 4 with the victory in
I wish Canet became a contender, a serious contender for the title. He's fast, I mean, no doubt about that. But it's more the management of the emotional intelligence, you know, certain moments. It's not only talent that counts. So let's wish that we can keep that candidate for the whole year, because it's always super fun when he's up. And Aldeguer, Canet. Look, we're gonna listen. Jose Manuel Reda. Oh, sorry, Sergio Garcia. We're gonna listen.
Tomorrow's America's Grand Prix, taking a real step this year. Do you feel ready to fight tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm super happy because always in the quali we struggled a lot last year and the beginning of this year, and I think we are working super hard with the team, also on the technical things on the bike, and we are improving step by step. And yeah, for tomorrow I think we are ready to fight for the victory, because we did a super good job working on my pace, and I think tomorrow can be a good day. Let's enjoy now and ready for tomorrow.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Well, he's perhaps Moto2's equivalent of the baby-faced assassin, isn't he? Sergio Garcia. You just know that steely determination in his eye. It's a real pocket rocket, isn't he? In Moto2. There's every chance that he's going to be right in the thick of that battle for victory tomorrow with the likes of Aaron Canet and Fermin Aldeguer. Aldeguer, if you look at his teammate here, Alonso Lopez, he's certainly keeping his enthusiasm under control. So the big question from the Buscadura standpoint in that session was what happened to Ayagura in the end. His qualifying troubles go on 17th for him. But for the second Grand Prix in a row, it's 2nd on the grid for Fermin Aldeguer. Let's get his reaction with Jack.
Firmin, congratulations, back-to-back front row starts after the frustration of Qatar and Portimao, though. Is it time to get your own back and bounce back tomorrow?
Yes, I'm more or less happy with the qualifying. The track condition with the wind wasn't perfect, but yes, we do a good lap. I make one mistake on the sector 4, but tomorrow is the race. We have a very good pace and nothing. It's time to enjoy.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Well, Fermin Aldeguer out for revenge tomorrow then. And I think he'll be keeping a very close eye on the start lights tomorrow to make sure that he doesn't go before they are extinguished, because that arguably cost him victory in Portimao. But are we tomorrow going to see the Grand Prix that we're arguably denied in Portimao? The shootout between Aldeguer and Canet. Canet, of course, our World Championship leader, and he starts on pole position tomorrow. A second COTA pole for Aaron Canet, who joined us, Jack.
Aaron, what a moment you're in at the moment. 3 poles in the last 4 races, now a Moto2 race winner as well. Have you ever felt better?
I'm happy. I'm happy because I'm explosive. We have the speed this year, in the last part of the last year. But the most important for tomorrow was the pace from yesterday on P1. We worked really well, like Portimao. We know that our level is for win tomorrow, and we will try it.
Well done. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
An air of confidence with Aaron Canet now. Confidence that comes with taking your first Moto2 victory. And pole position for tomorrow. Mouthwatering Moto2 encounter tomorrow over 16 laps. Circuit of the Americas. Aaron Canet on pole position then. It's all Spanish. Front row of the grid. Canet, Aldeguer and Sergio Garcia. Arenas 4th, keeping up his 6 qualifying record this season. Put 2 rows in each of the Grand Prix so far. Joe Roberts fitted his own Grand Prix. Marcos Ramirez, that mistake potentially cost him pole. He starts 6th. Then it's Hodge, a career best 7 from Lopez and Gonzalez. Bench negative 10 from Tony Arbolino, who took it left despite that crash in Q2. Bounces 12 from Alcova. The returning Jake Dixon in 14. Chilafino Vietti had a crash himself in Q2.
So we're going to see God on Earth.
Disastrous down in 17th, and Jaume Masia, first Q2 appearance for the Moto3 World Champion. So Canet on pole for the Moto2 Grand Prix de Americas tomorrow. We'll make sure you sit in comfortably. A mouth-watering Tissot Sprint in MotoGP. 10 laps of box office MotoGP action comes up next.
MotoGP action.
We're in Austin, the live music capital of the world, for another smash hit Tissot Sprint, which brings Super Saturday to a thrilling climax here at the Red Bull Grand Prix of the Americas. Qualifying was an absolute corker here in COTA, and now we go racing at the rodeo over 10 laps. It's time for MotoGP.
Looking very good.
5.51 kilometers in length, 3.42 miles, first built back in 2012, joining the MotoGP calendar in 2013. That's the Circuit of the Americas in all of its glory. It's actually 3.5 miles, 20 corners. One of the longest tracks on the Grand Prix calendar, 11 left, 9 of them right. The rider's set to tackle it over a 10-lap Tissot Sprint coming up very, very shortly. Sector 1 weaves its way through from turn 1 through to turn 7. Brilliant turn 10, 4th gear, drops down the hill in sector 3. And the lap completed from 16 to 20. Most demanding braking points. Well, that's up the hill into the first corner. We saw Fabio Quattro and Marco Bezzecchi crash there earlier on today. And the high stress zone, 16, 17, 18. Jorge Martin, a big crash in qualifying for him at turn 18. Overtaking hot spots, well, there are plenty of them here. The first and last corner, turn 11. This was Luca Marini and Fabio Quattraro into turn 12 last year. Marini on course for his first MotoGP podium. Well, this was
The more
weeks ago,
times I see the accident, how Banaya,
between the two heavyweights, Marc Marquez,
how Banaya hit Marquez. It was Banaya's fault. I mean, you can say what you want, but
Jorge Martin, who prevailed at the Portuguese Grand Prix. And that
okay,
means the
going
comes to the
to
Red
do
Bull
a
Grand
quick
Prix of the
pee,
Americas for round 3.
and I'm look the greatest of all times. Look at Banaya, how scared, and Martin is also very scared. They are scared. They are so scared. I think that.
As the world's fastest riders get unleashed.
Okay, I go to the bathroom and I'm coming back.
You are not going to want to miss. If you joined us this morning, and we sincerely hope you did so, well, you would have witnessed 2 unbelievable qualifying sessions. It all started in Q1 with South African Brad Binder, second in the World Championship, crashing at turn number 11. He did not go through into Q2. Binder, second in the standings as it stands right now, starts from 17th place on the grid, and so much to talk about on our first 2 rows. Maverick Vinales, a second inside Pecco Bagnaya's 2023 pole time hit in COTA. In red hot form, isn't he, Vinales, and the red hot favourite going into this afternoon's sprint. The first ever sub 2-minute 1-second lap of this COTA circuit was fired in by Vinales to take his second pole in the last 4 Grand Prix. But check this out as well as we look towards downtown Austin, the live music capital of the world. Well, making some noise in MotoGP right now, without any question, is Pedro Acosta. Third MotoGP start. He's on the front row of the grid. A sensational second place for the reigning Moto2 world champion. The Moto2 race winner here 1 year ago. And the king of COTA creeping back towards the throne. Will he be wearing the crown once again here tomorrow for the 8th time? For the first time in his Ducati career, Marc Marquez launches from the front row in 3rd place. And what a mouth-watering prospect we have on row 2. Bagnaia, Bastianini and Martin, a trio of Ducati GP24s, will launch from row 2. Matt Burton and Lewis Sotheby in the commentary box. We're super excited already as we start the build-up to this T-Search. But Jack Appleyard is down in pit lane. Lewis, this feels like we are 20 minutes away from something very, very special indeed. 2 unbelievable qualifying sessions this morning. Vinales, superb on pole, but Acosta and Marc Marquez on the front row. This should be a sizzler.
Boy, I'm looking forward to this one. 10 laps of this T-Search sprint coming up, and 6 heavyweights on the front 2 rows of the grid. What a front row we had. Maverick Vinales producing the lap of the weekend. We thought we'd seen the lap of the season so far yesterday from Jorge Martin in practice. Maverick Vinales took pole position by 0.3 of a second in a breathless qualifying session where Jorge Martin himself crashed twice in 2 laps. That leaves him on the 2nd row with reigning world champion Pecco Bagnaia and his teammate Enea Bastianini, who was the pole sitter last time out in Portimao. And in amongst all of the sharks is the biggest shark of them all, it feels at the moment.
Acosta.
His 3rd MotoGP weekend. He's 2nd on the grid and eyeing sprint victory.
Round 2 in Portimao. First MotoGP podium finish, the first ever for Gas, 3rd youngest rider in history to do so in the Premier class. Box ticked. Round 3, first front row. Arguably, MotoGP's toughest venue for both the brain and the body. Front row, box ticked. Pedro Acosta lighting up COTA, just as he has done the first 2 rounds in Qatar and in Portimao. Plenty to ponder Head of this TSO sprint for the Sprint King.
So we're ready.
Martin increases 18-point lead in the World
The
Championship.
grid
He
is
goes for
starting
11
to build up.
consecutive
It's a
sprint
short
podiums. Incredible record
procedure.
on Saturday for Martin.
It's not like the
Confidence
Sunday.
dented, though, somewhat, Lewis, after a really eventful Q2 for Martin for the second year in a row.
Yeah, Martin had a lot of problems in the Q2, had 2 crashes. Martin is under such pressure. I mean, a lot of pressure for Martin. We'll see how he handles it. Because now, you know, he has not closed the contract. He's saying from the first race that he's not gonna remain in Pramac, which I only understand that strategy if you already sign it up, your future, because it's like trying to explode the thing, you know. It's to, I don't know, you can start pressuring at the end of the year or when the results favor you, but when you start the championship and you put yourself in that tesitura, I think it's not, I wouldn't recommend it to a rider of my team. But of course, what do I know, isn't it? This is gonna go pretty fast, I think, because there's not much people in the grid. 15 minutes to go. Let me see the face of terror of Banaya. Look. Oh, mami, io non quiero ir alla scuola. Io sono molto... Nothing to do with the greatest of all times. Martin, Zarco, they are going to the grid. Everyone with a helmet on, Banaya, crying and screaming under the helmet. No, please. Gigi, io voglio ir a casa.
Speciality in recent times, but some days generally are Rebecca Bagnaia. Not depending on what happened and talked about last time out. Given the, I think, talk everything was coming from Rebecca Bagnaia yesterday, expecting to certainly be stronger in the sprint and in the race than he was in qualifying.
Shows how good he was here in COTA last year before. That's right here down the hill. I think Moto Fans return to his latest rider go down there. That second qualifying session. Bagnaia ran away from the sprint here 1 year ago. The 10 laps, winning margin of 2.545 seconds over the trees is still the biggest winning margin the TSO sprint era. Just shows his authority at this stage on the weekend last year. He won that sprint from pole position.
Let's see the tire allocations, because no one used the front soft, but it seems that the front rear may be an option for the sprint. Only Banaya and Marquez tested the combination medium-medium for the Sunday race. I think today my favorite for the sprint, 1, Pedro Acosta, 2, Marc Marquez, 3, I'm gonna say Viñales.
Trying to be just the second rider in the sprint era to win back-to-back sprints. That previously has gone away of Martin. We're going to go a long way down the grid to find the Japanese brands once again. Their charge led by double COTA winner Alex Rins on the factory Yamaha, who will go from the back of row 5.
I think that I'm betting for Acosta because I think that he will start a second championship after the first time he hurts himself. So let's see how he bounces back after his first big crash. Let's hope not, but and I think Marquez is gonna be much more pragmatic. Like I'm not gonna take risk at the end. The sprint is 12 points, 12 and a half points. The big bunch of points is given tomorrow. So today it's okay to be there to aim for the podium, but Vinales have nothing to lose. Acosta have nothing to lose. Martin have a lot of pressure and nothing that it's not winning. It's gonna be good for him. Banaya have a lot of pressure. Maybe I was guessing Bastianini for the podium for one reason, because of all that group of contenders. Bastianini has the least amount of pressure. So it's like he have no pressure. So it's more probable that the other group, the pressure guys like Banaya, like Martin, like all the pressure. So like mostly Martin, Banaya, and I would say maybe yeah. Though for me, Martin and Banaya are now the ones that can make a mistake more easily. Because they have to show up. I mean, they have to. They cannot, like they did a bad weekend so far, and if they don't end up in the podium, it's gonna be a total disaster for them. So I think that I wouldn't take much risks in the sprint. Uh, I'm talking about Marquez, and I see Vanaya, and I see a little child, a helpless child, super scared, super scared. He and his sister, both they are looking like a premenstrual kind of state, like they both are having their menstrual moments, and they are gonna die today because
He did a great job because he hit the lap time record, so it was not so easy. But he feeling comfort immediately with the bike since yesterday. We touched not so much in the bike, so it seems that he feel immediately good with the setting. At the moment, the temperature is higher than this morning, and the key will be to bring the tire at the end of the race. All the best. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. Thanks to Paolo Bonora. Then pretty easy to decide what's going to happen in terms of the tire choice, regardless of how windy or hot it is here at COTA. Every rider, all 22 riders, will start this sprint medium front, soft rear tire. So no deviation. We didn't expect them to be honest, as well. The Beast. He knows what it's like to take some post-race Prosecco here in COTA. He did it in magnificent style 2 years ago, fifth to the victory here in COTA. A victory that did really open the eyes of the factory Ducati management. It was a massive win to help him seal a seat alongside Pepe Bagnaia in the factory team. And he's had good race pace this weekend. That's missing a little bit in time attack. He did find a mid-201 to get himself in that fifth position on the grid. And he's another big name contender for the victory in this sprint.
Feels like he's the rider on the front two rows that we've perhaps spoken the least about this weekend. He's flown under the radar so far in Bastianini. Started to pick up the grid. Right next to him is the World Championship leader, Jorge Martin. Where is his head at after a pretty stressful qualifying session this morning? His team boss, Gino Borsori, joins Jack.
Gino, qualifying obviously didn't go to plan for Jorge. 2 crashes, the last one a big one. How is he feeling coming into it?
I think it's okay. Fortunately, he didn't get any injuries, so this is most important. Anyway, he's quite happy about the bike. So
I'm
let's see the
doubting.
race. Let's see the first
Look,
corner.
Marquez looks collected,
It's an
calm.
important day, so we have
He's
time
ready
to get
to
the
be
back
champion.
out and think about
He's ready to be champion, and he's not gonna take too many risks today. I think Maverick and Acosta have nothing to lose, so they are gonna risk much more. Jorge Martin and Banaya, they have a lot of pressure, so they have to risk. But with a lot of pressure, those four guys, it's easy that one of those four makes a mistake. And Market is going to be there waiting, with them. And if he ends up being in the position to dispute the win at the end, my money always is going to Marc Marquez, Alanta, the best rider ever existed. That's it. And if not, he's gonna be on the podium with no risk, and tomorrow is gonna win with the medium. That's it. Still a lot of people in the grid.
Six heavyweights of MotoGP all going for the same impact and then trying to pick many pieces on the way out of that. So we momentarily saw the American livery of Trackhouse.
6 minutes, but I see too many people on the grid yet. We are live. We are not delayed. Well, it's a smaller grid, which means that once they say, come on, get out, it's going to be empty in seconds. Quartararo looks very worried. Very worried. He's going to suffer, and he knows that he's going to suffer a lot.
I'm trying to find the American guy out here. The younger than I haven't found one yet.
No, not a single American here. Okay, people is starting to get out.
Yeah, I don't think this year you can pick. You know what I mean? Normally you can pick, okay, this guy's going to be good, this guy's going to be good. But this year, whatever tire fits a guy, it's gone. Yeah, should be good.
Great to see you enjoy it.
I hope so. I'd like to see Mark do it, but it's a big. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Jack. Thanks very much to Kelly Roberts as well. What an absolute legend, of course. Multiple world championship winning.
Wow, one Lenovo technician is running with a part of the front fairing of one of the Lenovo Ducatis, and he's running. I think it's Banaya's piece. I think. We'll see now. Oh, the guy is dying. He's running like 1,000 meters or more. He's the front fender of Pecco Bagnaia. Late drama for Bagnaia. The pressure is rising up. All the way up. Ooh, nervous in Lenovo. Look. Putting the fairing, the front. Ooh, Bagnaia and his sister, they both look like helpless childs. No, please, Gigi, no. Look, Martin with the helmet on, with the scorching sun. That means how scared and how pressured he is. They have to try to make an advancement in the first sector. That means let's wish there's no main accidents in the beginning of the race, because if not, we know how dangerous are those new aero kind of accidents, like light planes, because when they lose the ground effect, they just fly away. Marquez without the helmet off, calm, collected. Acosta is visualizing. Acosta is a threat, is a true threat. Let's go, Mr. Legs. We're ready. We're ready. Yeah, now they're going. They're going. Okay, Viñales medium soft, Acosta medium soft, Marquez medium front, soft rear. All the first row is using the same combination. As said, I'm gonna put it again on screen, my bets for today. I think Acosta is gonna win. He has a lot to win and very little to lose. I think Marquez is gonna become second because he's not gonna risk as much. He's gonna win tomorrow. Marquez is gonna win tomorrow, but today it's only 12.5 points. So yeah, I think Acosta is gonna give it its all, and I think Mark is gonna win tomorrow. Of course, if Marquez gets in the situation at the end of the race to win, my money goes on Marquez always. But if Acosta goes through, I think Acosta can win today, his first MotoGP race, and beat the record of Marquez. It's not gonna count as a proper race because it's a sprint, but we're going, guys. We're going. I'm gonna take comments. I'm just gonna put the screen the bigger I can, and I'm gonna be watching the images. The action is gonna start in the live timing, and I'm gonna watch it 30 seconds later in the images. So we probably gonna watch the action before in the live timing, and then with a delay among 30 to 40 seconds, I'm gonna see what's happening. So sometimes we identify that some transponder is not moving, but after 30 seconds, I'm gonna see what happened. Okay, they are going for the shifting lap. The safety car following the group. The weather looks amazing. Okay, I'm gonna pump up the volume. I'm gonna lose a bit the temper here because I'm very excited of what's gonna happen here. Okay, I'm ready.
And the world championship leader, Jorge Martin, whatever happens over the next 10 laps, he will go into tomorrow's feature-length 20-lap Grand Prix of the Americas as the world champion leader, but will it be more or less than his 18-point advantage, which it currently sits at? His closest rival in the championship is nowhere near him on the grid. Brad Binder's had a real tough Saturday, crashing out of Q1 at turn 11. And that was Brad Binder's worst qualifying, 17th on the grid, his worst qualifying in 36 rounds since the one back in 2022 when he started in 18.
So here we go. Come on.
To try and limit the damage against Jorge Martin. The whole
Mr. League says Acosta can lead, but I think Mark or Viñales will take over on the last couple of laps. Maybe. Anyway, depends on start. Yes. So they're getting ready. Okay, this is about to go on. So I'm gonna be watching the images. So I'm gonna be delayed from what's gonna be shown in the live timing. Okay. If I don't respond or I faint or something, just call the police.
Is Acosta's incredible start to his MotoGP career, his incredible rise to start, about to go stratospheric here. Can he win the TISO Sprint and beat a whole bunch of established elite stars in the MotoGP World Championship? What is just his third appearance? It's all eyes on Batman. Batman has been superb all weekend so far. He was fastest in the morning session yesterday, second overall on Friday, fourth fastest this morning, and then that incredible pole lap sees him head the grid here at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. We're all saddled up. We are all ready to ride the horsepower road. Green flag clears the back. 10 laps of TISO Sprint action coming your way in COTA. It's lights out and we are racing.
Yeah, Mark, good for Mark, good for Mark. The inside. Oh, be careful. Good. Marcus second, and Vinales is pulling. Perfect. Look, the Insectonetis always fucking around people. Go. The three fastest, they go. Look, Acosta is gonna try to advance right now, I think. Ooh, Vinales is not escaping. Only 10 laps. It's very long laps. Acosta is getting on the top of Marquez. Be careful because Acosta is gonna. Nakagami crashed. Let's see if Acosta gets impatient. I wish he calms down a bit. And let's see if Marquez can cut the gap with Vinales. Oh, Vinales is starting. Oh, one of the Insectonetti 2 broke the Ducati. A lot of smoke and went wide. The rider is okay. Marquez is getting Vinales. Vinales is not escaping. And look, the Lenovos are getting.
1780. This is where Jorge Martin had the second of his crashes this morning. Tech problems, to say the least. And Fabio Gian Antonio, he is out, as is Nakagami, on the only lap of this sprint.
Yeah, the marshals were taking a very good look at the racetrack there to make sure that he's not spilt anything. It looked like it was more bodywork rubbing that was causing the smoke rather than any kind of oil or smoke that was pouring out of it. So hopefully nothing wrong. Fernandez out on the first lap.
Oof, the Aprilia have a lot of traction. Accelerates super well, the Aprilia. Acosta. Oh, Acosta in the first sector is super strong. But then in the two is okay. In the 3 loses a bit. But Acosta is super strong in the first sector. He's the best in the first sector.
Right, left. Really does test your body strength that you constantly change with high speed change direction. Now they'll start climbing up towards turn 9 and 10. Vinales, Marquez and Acosta, they're trying to get on with this early, aren't they? Bastianini, the only riders doing 202s or 203s.
Look, Martini's on Bastianini.
And Martin behind Bastianini. Martin made a really good start, by the way. You can see the red and yellow light panels there, just warning the riders in case there's some debris, because we did see that
Martin is gonna go through Bastianini, I think.
Contact onto the back straight. Martin got a really good start actually, but he was on the pit wall side and on the inside tight line to turn 1 and saw riders swoop around the outside of him. So that was where Martin lost all that ground he made up off the line.
And Yanis nowhere right now as he's so far back, still down in 10th place.
Vinales is not escaping. It's not escaping. Banaya is 10th. And Binder is gonna. He's agglutinating a bunch of riders. He's gonna lose a lot of positions. Look, Maverick is not escaping. Maverick is not escaping. Banaya is not gonna get points in this race. Marc Marquez is the new 2024 world champion. That's it.
Yeah, 202.5 exchanged by Marquez and Acosta, which made them about half a tenth faster than your leader, Vinales. They dropped down this jaw-dropping undulation into turn 2.
Bastianini already lost a second to Acosta. A fast lap for Marquez. This is a fast lap from Marquez. Mark is gonna win. Mark is gonna win. Oh, Martin on Bastianini. Ooh.
lovely move by Martin. He's up to 4.
Let's see if Martin have to cut a gap of 1.2 seconds. Let's see if Martin can cut that gap. He have time yet. Acosta is getting close to Marquez. Very close to
He was
Marquez.
a second slower than Marquez and Acosta, who were the fastest riders out on circuit. A second slower. Bagnaia, when was the last time we heard that at the start of a Teamstone sprint?
Oh,
The world
Marquez
champion
does that
really
very
suffering,
good.
Really struggling early on here. As we
And
mentioned,
Acosta is very good braking and mostly the sector one. He's very strong in sector one.
half a dozen bike lengths now clear of Marquez. They come through.
No, it's not cutting the gap. Jorge Martin is not cutting the gap.
To get in the points, hasn't he? This was the start then. Vinales nailed pole. Massive jump there,
Oh, it
wasn't
was a
there,
very
for
bad
Bagnaia?
start by Bagnaia. Very bad start. And then he lost. Oh, he jumped in the start, Bagnaia, and then he lost the inside, and the Insectonetti one got the inside. Martin, many people got his inside. Ooh, Vinales is getting a gap now.
He's getting out of here. What a
Yeah,
lap
he's
that was
escaping.
by
Vinales is escaping. I think
202.2
Acosta is gonna try to advance Marquez right now, because now Vinales is pulling. Half a second. Vinales have almost a second.
He's in 4th place, but he was still 4/10 slower than Vinales. Rocket pace on that 3rd lap. Big lap that for Vinales. That could be the key lap of this sprint, because he's already now nearly what he is already. He's found another 4/10 alone in the first sector on this lap. He's now gone from 8/10.
Yeah, Martin is cutting the gap. Martin is coming faster than them. Hola, cariño, ¿cómo estás? Qué emoción, qué emoción. Oh, Acosta went wide. Ooh. Martin is cutting the gap. Martin is already with them for the podium. Ooh, what a race, man. Yeah. Oh, Marquez went wide. Oh, such a shame. He lost a lot of ground here. And Acosta now is on top of Marquez. Now Acosta is gonna advance Marquez. And now Acosta did something very strange, and Martin is on top of Acosta. Ooh. Martin is gonna make a mistake, I'm sure. He's super pressured. Martin is Joan Mir crashed. Whoa. Look, Martin now is closer to Acosta than Acosta is of Marc. So now Martin is super close to Acosta. Acosta does the first sector. Oh, Acosta does the first sector super good. Super good. The first braking of Acosta is, wow, he wins like 2-3 tenths only in this part. Oh, Acosta! Ooh. Oh, Acosta is in top. Super close to Marquez. He's gonna advance now. And Martin is there within a tenth, the 3 of them. This is for the podium. Vinales have 2 seconds already. It's over. Vinales is gonna win today. And Acosta is gonna attack. Look, oh, Bastianini has been passed by Aleix. Now Martin on Acosta. Martin on Acosta. On braking on the. Ooh, Acosta brakes too late. Super late. Oh, Acosta is impressive.
For the factory Ducati team, Bastianini back to 6th. Bagnaia set a personal best last time around, but he's still in the mid 203s and slower than everyone ahead of him.
Yeah, the Marquez mistakes, you can see the effects of that having, because through the first half of this lap 5 of 10, half race is about.
This podium is gonna be super expensive.
Already on this current lap. to Vinales, who's
But at the end of the
completely
race,
just running.
Mark had more clean air to the rubber. So let's see. Let's see if Vinales can keep this, or if this is gonna be a fight for the podium among those three, because one of those three are gonna be out of the podium.
Exactly 2 seconds ahead of Marquez. That's Acosta, Martin,
2 seconds.
Miller, Morbidelli, and points for Ralph Fernandez in his stand right now.
Maverick Vinales is the only rider out there lapping in the 202s at the moment. Everyone else is in the 203s because Martin now, of course, is now bottled up behind Marquez and Acosta himself, so he can only do the pace that they're doing up ahead of him. You can see that
Look, Martin is gonna attack Acosta. Oh, they do very different lines, all three.
Maverick Vinales is just ridiculously good right now. Here comes Acosta.
Oh, Acosta on Marquez. He went wide. And he recoups the position. The same that happened with, imagine that now Marquez would collide with Acosta, as Banaya did last week. Okay, Marquez got a meter there. Oh, Martin on Acosta. Be careful. Oh, they both run wide. Martin is gilipollas. Martin made a big mistake. Marquez second, and they are gonna fight for the podium. Martin made a big mistake running wide and taking Acosta wide. So now Acosta should attack back violently. I would attack back whatever it takes, because this movement of Martin is stupid. It looks like an insectonetti, but insecto spanichete. This is a very the gap is being reduced with Vinales. We'll see, because now Marquez have a gap, so he's not suffering for having attacks too close. Banaya, where is Banaya? Banaya is 10th, so no points for the 10th in the sprint. 1-7 to Vinales. Now Acosta is on top of Martin again. The mistake that Martin did favored Marquez big way. Like it is what normally the insectonettis they do to protect their ranch colleagues. So this is the mistake that Jorge Martin gave to Marc Marquez. And now Maverick is again 2 seconds away. So Marc Marquez is not cutting the gap anymore. What a mistake Jorge Martin did. And this is fruit of so much pressure. It's super silly and stupid, the movement Jorge Martin did. Absolutely stupid. Now Marquez is calm, and if Vinales makes a mistake, Johan Zarco crashed. If Vinales makes a mistake, Marquez is winning. Stupid movement by Jorge Martin. Very bad. Oh, track limits warning for Banaya. Banaya is having so much problems. Gracias, Karina. ¿Qué? Ah.
So from looking like he had no chance of points, he's now about to take a point as he goes at the inside there. Frankie Morbidelli, who was wide to turn 16, so Bagnaia now up into the points in 9th place. Where was this pace at the start of the sprint?
Bagnaia fighting for 1 point. Ooh, Martin is not able to follow Marquez. He's losing ground with Marquez. So Marquez is alone.
Space of no time, the top four, especially he was running in hot there up the hill into the first corner. The top four, all of a sudden, are now split by 4 seconds, so it has gapped out at the front.
Vinales just completely owns the first sector here around Austin. Every lap, he pulls 2-3 tenths back and Marc Marquez, who closes in on him around the rest of the lap. But once they get to the finish line, they're setting near identical lap times, both did 2:02.6s
Yeah.
last time around. And whether it's coincidental,
3 laps to go.
Marquez noticed that instant behind him between Martin and Acosta. Martin took third place. It was at that moment when Marc Marquez just pulled the pin and pulled clear. Jorge Martin, he must have thought that it was second place.
But it's, I mean, Acosta is not stopping you. Talking about Jorge Martin, he's not stopping you. I mean, you're going. Just team up to go. But if you try to do this advancement, it's a very risky advancement, an advancement where we both go wide, so we both lose, and Marquez got a second. You know, when Marquez was very much pressured by both of them, Martin cleared them both out, and Marquez have clear space to go. Now it's 1:07. Viñales Viñales run wide. Oh, he lost here at least half a second. Viñales made a mistake. Wait a moment. This is 1.1 second point 8 now. No, but it's a single mistake. I don't think Viñales is gonna lose all that time. And he wins in the first sector. In the first sector, Viñales recoups at least 2 to 3 tenths every first sector. Then Marquez cuts the gap in the second, in the third, and even a bit in the fourth. But in the first, Viñales is the best by far. Martin have a whole second to get Marquez, so he's not gonna arrive to Marquez unless Marquez makes a mistake. And
Jack Miller, who's running in 6th place, all the way back down to Marco Bezzecchi in 13th, who did a 2:02.8 last time around. Bezzecchi, the fastest rider on the circuit, alone in 13th place. So there is an 8-right queue. World score with the 4th of them. Bagnaia currently in 9th.
Okay, they're gonna go through the main straight. Bagnaia is suffering so much. Morbidelli is catching Bagnaia. Morbidelli is gonna advance Bagnaia, or he's not gonna? No, he won't. They are gonna meet in the ranch, and this is not gonna be popular.
But as mentioned, the first half of the sprint, on the vast majority of it, he just hasn't had the pace anyway. So he'll be asking big questions to Ducati later on. Where did the pace go in this sprint? Because Bastianini running 7th, Bagnaia running 9th, with Ralph Fernandez in between. That's not the sprint I thought we were going to be seeing. With Maverick Viñales having this under lock and key at the front. Bastianini now suddenly coming back.
It's over. This is gonna end up like this. If there's not an accident in the last lap, this is it, guys. Maverick Viñales, winner of the. Oh, Bastianini with Binder. Oh, and again, he made a mistake that cost much more than just 1 second. It's like, taking a risk for a 10th position. Suffering so much. Okay, this is the last lap, so this is it. If there's no accidents, this is it.
6 point swing in Martin's favor, so he would be some 29 points ahead of Bagnaia.
29 points Martin ahead of Bagnaia. And the both Lenovo outside of the podium, and the 2 satellite Ducatis on the podium. This is it, guys. So first podium for Marc Marquez in the sprint. Oh, no, it's not the first podium. Oh, this is Bagnaia fighting for the 9th. Look, but it's going to be very difficult for Bagnaia to keep the 8th. Sorry. He have a lot of people pressuring. Bastianini is pressuring is compacting the group. So Bastianini is making a lot of mistakes with Binder in the fight with Binder, and is slowing down Binder, and Banaya and all the package are arriving to them. Look, the Insectonetti doing stupid things like as usual. This is it. This is it. Maverick Vinales wins the sprint. Bravo, Maverick. And Marc Marquez second. This is it, guys. Very good.
Vinales takes it by nearly 2.3 seconds ahead of Marc Marquez, who's on the podium once again in the sprint. Jorge Martin increases World Championship lead.
Tomorrow, in the long race, Marc Marquez is winning. With the medium combination, tomorrow Marc Marquez wins the long race. I bet. Okay. Sprint, podium, one. Vinales, 2. Marc Marquez, and 3. Jorge Martin.
Laid a glove on Vinales in that sprint. It was exhibition stuff at times. Absolutely awesome job by Vinales. Back-to-back sprint wins.
Good. This is it. This is the end result, man. Wow, what a thrill, man. What a thrill of race. Good race. Good race. And tomorrow I'm gonna be in a friend's house, so I'm not gonna stream, but I'm not gonna miss a single minute of today's race. Let's see. Let's make a picture of. Let me take a picture of the stands, of how the stands end up.
So Jorge Martinez really strengthened his championship position. Still very early days. Vinales, the sprint winner. Martin in championship terms, the big winner.
11 consecutive sprint podiums now for Jorge Martin. You think will have to on the floor twice. The second
Marc Marquez, the greatest rider of all times. Yeah. Podium on the sprint, second position. Very good, man. Very, very good.
Grand Prix wins here, a first in 903 long barren days.
So this is the end result of the race. I'm gonna put it on the chat. Let me see if I can. This is the end result. Thank you very much, King Kong, bro. You bet that Marc was gonna win today. Shut up. Second, where is your Banaya? Banaya is crying. Marc is the new 2024 champion. That's it. Very good. And Mr. League, it's good to Marc. Tomorrow is gonna win Marc Marquez for sure. BMX Gamer P2, very good tomorrow. P1, let's go, let's go. The greatest of all times. Okay, so I'm gonna make the picture of the. I want to see the classification, how it ends up.
Certainly not what we expected from Bagnaia, having started fourth. Good job, more than a good job, a phenomenal job by Pedro Acosta. First front row this morning, fourth place in the sprint this afternoon. As Maverick Vinales, Marc Marquez and Jorge Martin come to a special TSO sprint podium ceremony, which is right in the heart of the Circuit of the Americas, right under
Banaya, look the face of Banaya. Oh man, he's gonna suffer so much this year. Oh, he had a jump start. He made a bad exit, and he had no rhythm to recuperate the loss.
Seen in quite some time, and his Spaniards are boxed in the first corner. Bastianini himself, as you can see there on the right of the picture, didn't get a good start himself, and this was Bagnaia returning to the box and straight to look at that soft rear tyre. Of course, everyone was on that soft rear tyre, but Bagnaia clearly didn't get the support and grip that he wanted out of that rear Michelin.
Yes, we'll see what the response will be from the double world champion here tomorrow. But that was not what he came for today at all. The sprint winner here 1 year ago just wasn't anywhere near the pace, was it? He took the checkered flag, 9.3 seconds behind Vignales, so he was pretty much
fourth for Acosta. He started very well, but see, he's not stupid, you know, because he had a lot of chances to try to attack Mark, you know, and he was very careful because he know that if you don't pass clear, you're faster, you pass clear, you are doing bad for you and for the other, you know, and it's what Martin did. Martin act as an insectonetti, like, man, you took Acosta out wide, like you lose in this action, you and Acosta, you both lose like 2 seconds. And Viñales won with less than 2 seconds. So imagine how costly was this mistake. Look, the 3 podium, they are talking. Martin, Mark, and Viñales watching before to go to the podium. Here is the advancement of Acosta, and Marquez goes again in. Mark is already here. So in his 3rd race, Marquez is already leading. I want to say, yeah, they are talking about the second crash Martin had this afternoon. Yeah, because if you don't completely slide and it grips back, then you fly on the air.
Viñales, Marquez, and Martin.
Aleix looks happy, calm, and explaining the feedback. Obviously tired, but what's the result of Aleix? Let's see if we can see how the general standings end up.
To say the least, a really good ride. At one stage, there were only Viñales and Martin that were lapping quicker than they finished in fifth after a heavy crash in Q2.
It cut the audio. I can see the riders, but they are speaking before they go to the podium.
Interesting there, wasn't it? Maverick Vinales and Mark Marquez just having a good glare on each other's rear tyres.
Good relationship among Maverick and Mark.
Bagnaia seemed to be instantly looking at the state, the condition of his Michelin rear at the end of the sprint. Not a Saturday that's going to live long in the memory for the factory KTM team and Brad Binder. That's now back-to-back sprints that he's not scored a point in. You can't be losing points into this early stage of the season, particularly when Jorge Martin's on such a great run. It all started to go wrong.
Maverick
Q1
is good for the championship that Maverick finally starts showing what he's capable of.
So this is going to be a replay at the third corner. This Maverick Vinales producing more magic here in Austin, Texas. Look at that deceleration. 160 miles an hour. You're begging for that Aprilia to stop up the hill. He drops the left leg. Look how much that Aprilia is sat on the nose as you break from the 41-meter climb up the hill.
Great victory for Vinales.
It's Vinales coming over the line as he celebrates back-to-back sprint wins in 2024.
Very good. So we're gonna hear the stars, how they feel, what they say. Thank you everyone for sharing, and please subscribe, leave a comment, let me know where in the world you're watching MotoGP from, and please subscribe and leave us a comment, and let us know, let me know which rider do you think is going to win tomorrow.
Victory that Pecco Bagnaia took here last year. The American-themed Jack Miller there is the KTM Fox. 7th place for him. He was in that dogfight with the factory caddies in the end. Ended up in 7th place. Prix continued to chat there, waiting like the rest of us for the Tito Sprint podium to get underway.
So the crowd here in Austin enjoying some beautiful spring sunshine in this part of Texas. I'm sure they'll be partying on a Saturday night in downtown Austin. Some Tex-Mex on board, as we all will be, hopefully at some point for the remainder of this weekend as we await the medal ceremony here in COTA, as this extended break is Vinales, Marquez and Martin have plenty of chance to digest what just happened over those 10 laps, and plenty for Martin and Marquez to ponder as to how you stop Maverick Vinales from completing the pole sprint Grand Prix treble here at the Circuit of the Americas. As well, it's been worth the wait, as it always is in MotoGP. The top 3 riders in the sprint then get ushered to pick up their gold, silver and bronze medals. This is all taking place on a special stage the fans have gathered in front of, right underneath the COTA observation tower, in front of the huge Stars and Stripes American flag. One man who started that sprint was this man, Maverick Vinales.
What a podium with the bikes on top. It's like a big stage with an American flag, a huge American flag, and the 3 bikes on top. Very beautiful. And a lot of people, a lot of crowd. Bravo, Maverick. Bravo, Maverick.
preparations continuing then behind the scenes. We're all primed and ready then shortly to hear from the top three at the end of that team. So let's hear from the world championship leader. Jorge Martin joins Jack.
Oh, hey, congratulations. Vital sprint podium here, especially after everything that happened this morning. Just how much does that mean?
Hello, everybody. Super nice morning today here in America. Yeah, today was a tough day. This morning we took crosses, and I was able to, make that second row. And today was a tough race. I struggled quite a lot in the middle of the race with some issues, but finally, to finish in the podium is amazing. We are super constant. This is the most important thing. And tomorrow more, and let's go for a better race.
Brilliant, Ryan. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, when you built the floor twice in Q2, won a high-speed crash through turn 18, a podium just a few hours later, shows the skill and bravery of Jorge Martin. He moves on to 67 points. That's now 5 podiums he's fought for in 2024, and he stood on the podium in the lot. And he made it 6 out of 6 over 20 laps here at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin tomorrow. We'll hear shortly from a man who was second, back-to-back second place in the TSO Sprint. Marc Marquez, he would love to go one better tomorrow and make it 8 wins in the Grand Prix. He's with Jack.
Martins, congratulations. Back-to-back sprint podiums, but having held off both Pedro and Jorge in the middle of that race, just how tough was it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit harder than what I expect. I mean, in the first lap, I was quite strong in second lap, but then I started to feel not so good. Then I decided to wait my moment. I was in the front of the group, but then when Pedro attacked me, I said, okay, now is the time. And then it's where I were half second, I was half second faster in the next lap, and then I was able to open the gap. But we need to understand tomorrow. Let's see that T1 and where we can improve to be with Viñales.
Yes, because Viñales makes the difference in the first section.
He is the king of COTA. He so desperately wants to reclaim the crown here tomorrow. And he certainly loves it in this part of America. This morning, Maverick Viñales told the crowd he loves America. Well, America certainly loves Maverick. And his love affair with America just got stronger after that runaway victory in the TSO Sprint. You don't feel it's going to be too long before Marquez breaks his winning duck on the Gresini Ducati, whether it be in the sprint or whether it be in the Grand Prix. He is slowly but surely understanding what he needs to get the best out of himself on that GP23. Marquez then just starts to debrief with his Gresini Ducati crew. Mass throngs of 93 fans in the paddock here this weekend, but he's been unstoppable on Super Saturday. Pole and the sprint win going the way of Top Gun Maverick Viñales. He's with Jack.
Maverick, huge congratulations. Another sprint, another win, and to do it in front of the fans here as well, just how special does that seem?
Whoa! Thank you guys. Thank you to all the fans, to all the spectators. You've been amazing all weekend. Oh, can I just say I'm dreaming. So I want to keep going. The level was amazing. I just want to control again. Congratulate all these guys. Okay. And all of you, because we deserve it. So let's go!
It's fair to say, as he rightly should be, Maverick Viñales is pretty happy to be.
Yeah, I never saw Viñales so easygoing, like, yeah, because he's always like kind of very, for being such a young guy, it's like always very strange, stern, and poor Honda, face red, heart shape, yeah, greetings, poor Honda, yeah, Honda, poor Alberto Puig, saying, well, we think that we didn't find it yet. They're saying that they are going worse than last year. So poor Joan Mir, poor Marini, poor Zarco, poor everyone who's using a Honda. Is worse than the Yamaha. It's the worst possible bike to get.
This afternoon, yet another sprint podium. It's just becoming a part of his weekend routine, isn't it, for Jorge Martin? 22 Tito sprints started, 17 podiums for the World Championship leader. Extends his lead to 24 points. Back-to-back sprint podiums for Marc Marquez.
And finally, I'd like to introduce Robert England.
He's showing us the Go Faster haircut that he had on his way to Austin. He can go one better tomorrow and notch an 8th consecutive technical and 8th Grand Prix win here in Austin. What a show performed today by Maverick Vinales.
Very well, Maverick. Very well.
From start to finish, Top Gun. Another top performance in Austin. One half of the dream double completed. Can Vinales finish the job tomorrow?
We're going. Okay, it was a fantastic day. I just want to put the standings, how the standings are now, because I think that, of course, with the bad race of Banaya and the podium of Martin, I think that the lead of Martin with Banaya gets even bigger. Let's see it now.
So Black Mav has already played one of his jokers here this weekend to win the Tissot Sprint in dominant fashion. Can he join Jorge Martin and Pecco Bagnaia, the third rider, to complete a weekend treble in MotoGP? Pole, Tissot Sprint and Grand Prix victory. Join us tomorrow at 2 p.m. local time to find out here in the Red Bull Grand Prix of the Americas. Maverick Vinales looks to continue this purple patch on the factory. A brilliant podium celebrations on the infield here in COTA. The American fans enjoying some late afternoon sunshine here. Soaking up that atmosphere is your sprint winner, Maverick Vinales. Couple of gold medals now in his collection. Big smile on the face of Jorge Martin, and why not? 2 crashes in Q2, yet he still picks himself up off the floor, as all the great riders do, all the great champions do, and he extends his lead in the MotoGP.
Oh, it's great to see Mark happy again, you know. He deserves it. He went to a Via Crucis, super hard, desert of suffering and of injuries, so it's great to have him back. And I don't see rivals on Marquez for the championship, sorry, but he's a whole different level.
Somebody's getting a nice memento. Yeah, they are t-shirts. What a bad throw as well from Maverick Vinales. Should be pitching for the baseball, couldn't he, in America?
Liano. I never heard that guy. The haircut is ugly as fuck, I have to say. Look, Marquez. He's a showman. The championship needs Marquez, man. Needs Marquez. Now we're going. This is the sprint result, but I want to see the championship standings, how they end up, and I'm gonna share it with you.
Maverick Vinales, your sprint winner then from Marc Marquez.
At the end,
Unique dance moves to his second place today. Jorge Martin third, extending his World Championship lead. Pedro Costa fourth. Alex Spargaro and Enea Bastianini. Jack Miller, Pecco Bagnaia, just spelled the name from Ralph Fernandez. Final sprint scorers.
Luca Marini, the first Honda, 17th. Poor Honda, man. Riders Championship, this is what I want.
Jorge Martin extends his World Championship lead to 24 points over Enea Bastianini, who now takes second.
This music is like very... Okay, I'm gonna do that, and now I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna take that out already, and I'm gonna go to the media, and I'm gonna upload this last photograph that I made. I don't know if it's that. Kind of shitty music. Sorry, but okay, so what I'm gonna do is like that, and we're gonna analyze. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, this is not the one. This is it. Now we have it. This is how the championship gets. The Riders' Championship. 67 points for Martin. 24 points less Enea Bastianini. Brad Binder gets third. Francesco Bagnaia gets fourth. 28 points away from Martin. Marc Marquez is fifth. 3 points to Bagnaia. Acosta is 6, 2 points to Marquez. Maverick Viñales is 3 points to Acosta. Aleix Espargaró is 1 point away from Viñales. Jack Miller is 11 points from Aleix Espargaró, and Insectonetti 2 doesn't count for anything. Okay, so this is it, guys. I had so much fun, believe me. So much fun, and I want to appreciate all the friends in all the world, mainly to Indonesia, mainly to the United States. You know that I dream about being in this beautiful country very soon. And also to Thailand, also to United Kingdom, also to Germany, also to, yeah, I think United States and Indonesia are the main ones. Also Canada, also United Kingdom, and many other countries. But you know the main countries are United States and Indonesia, also Thailand a bit, Canada and United Kingdom. So thank you very much for sharing the passion for the most thrilling motorsport that exists. And I see you tomorrow after the races, because I'm gonna be watching the races with some friends. I'm gonna connect for the warm up before the races, only for the warm up. And after the races, I'm gonna make a summary of what happened in the whole weekend. Okay, I'm gonna leave this Riders Championship here for you to can check. But see, Marquez is 31 points away from Jorge Martin. Okay, so thank you very much. I really appreciate that you coming here and saying hello, and I see you tomorrow, my friend. Thank you very much, and I see you tomorrow.